Ooh, welcome back, Heavenlies. This is Heaven's Army playing Genshin Impact, episode 18. Yes, this happened a little quicker than I thought. I truly thought this was going to take a really long while. In fact, I was assuming weeks or months would go by. And yeah, we would, oh right, not start. This button. And eventually I'll get my drops. Well, I still haven't gotten my drops. For those who are like, wait, what? I'm pretty sure I had some of these artifacts the whole time. But I just took, I used all the blue stuff, by the way. I just took whatever I had that was kind of good, that gave me attack, and orange HP thing with I had a choice between this one or this one. And actually what I had before was this one. So I had different things on, but I used that. None of them are matching sets. I got a set of 2 and a set of 3, and before I had a set of 2, a set of 2, and a set of 2, and a set of 1, or whatever it was. Like, I had it all completely different. I saw your cat overlay on another stream. And it had a shirt. Yeah, I could put on a shirt on a cat too, but cats don't like wearing clothing, so I let my cat be as awesome as my cat can be. Yeah, it's extra skins that you can put on. But welcome back, Capacity, how are you? I think I have that shirt too. I have a jersey and a something else. I just like my cat being my cat. Yeah. So yeah. I have no matching sets for those who are like, this is a completely different idea. Well, I just want to beat this game. So I'm calling this the final episode of Genshin Impact. I made everybody else weaker. Sadly, I removed all of the blue stuff so I could level up everything. And everyone took a big hit. He had over how much attack? 500 and something attack, or 1,000 or whatever it was. Oh, okay, 500 attack. And he had way more than 1,000. Like, everyone got a major drop except me. I just want to beat the game, and then I'm done with this game, sadly. I got pretty unlucky, as you all can watch. There's gonna be 19 episodes total of where I got unlucky the whole time. It's not the game's fault. Well, it's a gacha game, so it kind of is, but also my bad luck also plays into the factor. But it is what it is. I don't know what this is. It's been here forever. I want to remove it off my screen. It's been glowing for days. I forgot to claim all of this stuff. I will draw again, everybody. If I can, I'll just draw. I'm gonna still keep aiming for Chi-Chi. The only one that would actually help my game. Because I have no ice people that are... Well, no, that's incorrect. I don't have any ice people leveled up. Cairo. Cryo? It's one of those 3 words. It's ice. Ice attackers. I don't have any ice attackers, so any electrical shield people are really, really tough to beat, and that's what I gotta fight right now, but it's okay. I upped my character's attack enough to do at least some damage to him, to eventually beat him. The fight's gonna be a little long, but I can still beat him, at least, and that's what really matters. I could just beat the content where I'm at, and move on. And that's all I want. I want to at least finish off the stuff that's ready to go. Steely in the Snow, Mountain Treasures. Oh, I must have done this a while ago. I forgot to pick this up last episode. But yeah, so even so, I know there's gonna be more content in the future. I'm just gonna remove this from my day-to-day chores. Removing this one grindy game every day would probably save me a lot of time, and I'm gonna need to do that. I am not looking for any of this stuff. Okay, cool. All I do is do the same fight over and over and over. I can fight some bosses by myself, surprisingly, too. What counts as beating the content? What counts as beating the content is these 2 things that I'm doing right now. All of the story quests, these 2, and the main story. And the main story is already done. Once I finish this off, I'm gonna be happy. There's gonna be no more story left. All side questy, fetch flowers and give people apples. and unlocking more little puzzles and opening up more treasure chests. Yeah, that stuff. The 3 secretaries, or Zhongli. I'm doing Zhongli's thing, so let's just go and do that right now. Should be up on the mountain right here. Oh, Mondstadt has rewards? Well, before I warp away, let's go pick that up, because it's been shining too. All these things, I don't know how it all got there. Good stuff. Maybe I'll see you play this again. No, see, I said I'm not playing this anymore. I'm done. This is the final episode. It's over when I beat these 2 things, and I'm hoping to beat it today and be done with this game. I don't want to be putting any more time invested in this game. I still got Arknights I want to continue to play, and I need to get Rune Factory done, and this game is chewing up all that extra free time. So I will never be able to finish this quest, this equivalent exchange, because it requires a rare thing to drop. A commission, I guess, and because I unlocked 2 parts of the world, the chances of me getting that is quite slim. Another thing that requires luck. Yeah, so, like, I can't even complete simple things in this game. I'm pretty sure... Wait a minute, aren't I going here to fight the monster that was down in here? Oh, that's a different thing, is it? Oh, I might have been doing a different quest. Oh, whoa. Right. I could go and beat the monsters down there now. Okay, but I'm not doing that? Or did I mess up here? We'll find out if the quest reset itself or something. I'm not too sure. All I know is that I was so weak last episode, many episodes, that I couldn't even fight any of the normal monsters, and now I can with what I did. I don't know if it's unorthodox or just equip the purple stuff and equip the orange stuff if you ever get them, and just put it on one character, and then level them up to the max, and then continue on with the content. And then hopefully eventually you get matching gear, but I'm never going to get matching gear, so I'm stuck with what you see. What am I doing?
Gathering together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. But the hydromorphic monsters... I have a contract, and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them, and recover the relic.
This is what I couldn't do before. I couldn't beat this before. Right. I remember this being so difficult, I had no chance of winning. And now I'm getting hit, but I'm surviving. What's happening? Okay, well, I didn't know what that's about, so I'm gonna heal up, and all things are fine now. I can just dodge this. Awesome, I get healed by 1,000. I probably was healing by way more. But like I said, I weakened everybody so I can make my character stronger. There's not a whole lot else I can do but just force this game to happen. And since this person's taking its time to walk over towards me, I'm just gonna heal up over and over. Yeah, there's no rush. I couldn't win this battle, so I did the other battle up above. Right. So I thought this was... Zhongli was up the mountain, I thought, but it wasn't. Enemy reinforcements. There they are, okay. Ah, down. Again, he's much weaker than he needs to be. He's like much weaker than he needs to be. But as long as I can just keep doing damage, all will be well.
Why do they never miss?
Why do they never miss? Because I'm not dodging.
Couldn't break the curse.
Couldn't break The curse? What curse? I gotta watch my health though. Oh, the squirrel. Did I dodge or did I not? There we go. Yikes. Okay, a bit tricky, but... I got like 20 plus seconds to... It's a good amount of damage. Oh, she still hit me? I don't know what that bubble's going to do. Okay, all I need to do is survive this. If I die, it's over, because I'm the only one. Venice Lore thinks that he's very, very, very unlucky. He thinks that he is. I mean, a rock does fall from the sky and hit him in the head. How long has it been since you last played Arknights, I wonder? I could easily check that out, but I'll let you check that out. All my episodes are saved via dates. If you go to YouTube, it's a day behind, but that's fine. You just check out when the video showed up on YouTube and then add a day, negative a day. I got this horrible boar that's gonna keep charging at me. And all I need to do is survive. Yeah, that's a little bit weaker now. All my attack strength is in my sword now. There we go.
It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information.
Okay, well,
let's
cool.
head back.
No, I'm not going to head back. I'm going to heal now. So yeah, that's let's just heal. Again, like I only wanted one character to just beat the content. Let's just move on. And I think I pulled it off, unless that world gets even stronger after I do something. I haven't even picked up any of my my world level awards because I don't want the world level to jump up again. If it jumps up again, I'm absolutely doomed. I got no characters strong enough, with artifacts strong enough to defeat another world level. I don't know where I'm going, but I started walking towards my quest. But there we go. So yeah, once I did enjoy the game at some points. Okay, this game has been enjoyable. Like you cannot have flown through that thing that I climbed up to, the green platformy thingy where I was looking down at the mountains, and they're all separate pieces of mountains and all of that stuff, and you cannot say that this game was not enjoyable, because it's impossible. This game was fun. It's just that I had so many moments where I just couldn't live stream this game. I couldn't do an episode. There's a little difference between playing this game and trying to keep it entertaining for reasons of a live streamer. So yes, and I know my bad luck kicked in a lot, but yeah, it's just so much so that I just don't want to put any more time to this game. For those who are super curious on why I'm stopping, even if there is going to be more content, it doesn't matter. I just want to stop this. Thanks for all the lovely stuff that I never pick up. Ever since that daily thing ended, like I kind of like stopped harvesting and stuff. Everything. I just focused on, in case if you're wondering what I was doing over and over, for those who are like, dude, I'm actually running into the same problem you are. I've gotten, my pity roll was a weapon that was absolutely garbage, that I don't use. You probably got a spear as well. I ran through, am I further? I'm not even further up yet. I've been doing this one over and over. I don't want to warp there. But I had a chance to get a bunch of Guardian Defenders and, of course, Martial Artists. I was aiming for purple stuff, but I managed to find, like, stuff like this, and even though they were purple, and they don't even match, I fought the flower. I think somebody might even be wearing a purple flower. Either way, what I got done is that, and it kind of worked itself out. That I got some purple and orange gear, and that is what made me stronger. Nothing else that I did made me stronger, but just the artifacts. And they're not matching, but that's all I did. I fought Thayer.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
Wow, he's kind of really mean, like we all thought the Fatuis would be. But yeah, also, if you play this game multiplayer, that would be the way to go. Because I think most of my orange drops was from Abacity running through and killing everything, all the bosses for me. If you can defeat bosses, that's great. If you can't, like I couldn't, then co-op this game and get somebody really strong to just take them all out for you, because that's the only way to get artifacts that are orange. Yeah, it's interesting how I pulled it off, but
we all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain. Oh, stop arguing! What in the world happened?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her.
So
she left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh, what a waste of time.
This guy is such a fake phony.
I've just been researching the God of Salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange?
One shouldn't lack general knowledge in their field.
And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
I mean, isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue, does it not?
This guy
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss.
Indeed.
We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Let's have a look.
It's got one good person and one evil person.
What a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex, but they have nothing to do with the god besides being in the vicinity at the time. The stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power. Perhaps it will be useful for research purposes.
Quick, give it to me.
Wow.
At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the gods, yes! This is good. Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring you. It's all mine.
It's all...
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of divine power on it? Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the God of Salt is because history can tell us about culture and beliefs.
Indeed.
But you're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense. I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
I wish Lord Geo would strike you down. He's right here. Anyway, now you're trying to collect the strength of the gods, or you're trying to get rich.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber. So unless you want to mess with the Qixing...
Ah, I see. What a shame. It was of such high quality, too.
See? You do want to sell these objects!
Indeed, that's all he cares about.
So what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple-minded. All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather quite intrigued by the God of Salt, too, actually. Let's go to Saltarai next.
We're still dealing with this guy? Hang around with the Fatui bad people. It's just like, really? Not that long ago, huh? Actually, only around 6 weeks. But hey, lots of progress on Arknights. Loads of progress on Arknights. I hope you're gonna be impressed to see what I've done. Whoa, level 70. I mean, I can beat them up now. I remember when level 70s were scary? Well, I can beat them up now, which is nice. Yeah, I can win against them. Oh, okay. I think I'm on islands no matter how I do this. Okay. Or I'm really far away. But yeah, loads of progress. It's actually, but 6 weeks still feels like a long time from a game. But I mean, I could do Arknights anytime. That's the thing about Arknights is it's not. I'm not being stopped because I can't play. I'm stopping because I want to get so strong that I just want to go through Chapter 7 and beat Chapter 7, and then put that game on the back burner as well. But yeah, I hope I learned my life lesson. Never do 2 gacha games at the same time ever again. That was a challenge. Quarantine makes times fly. Well, I hope it's flying by and it's like good flying by. I hope you're not like bored to tears. Like a lot of people are saying that they're like absolutely bored. And I'm here and I'm having a blast with this time. I wish I could do more than what I'm doing. Or if I could go back in time, I would show up in body form and I would like seriously put me, the past me, in a headlock and be like, dude, do not start Instagram, okay? It's going to take another 250 something more days to get done. So I'll never be done Instagram by the way it's going. So
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the god of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable relics nearby.
Why are we still traveling with this guy?
According to legend, the people of the god of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection.
Her protection?
But this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't many valuable things left here.
True, that's logical.
Oh, that's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of Salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Salterai. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power.
I see that.
Nobody has been able to break the seal.
Until
I found
today.
a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the god of Salt.
There you go, let's help her out. That sounds like fun. Is it related to the god of Salt's people or Rex Lapis?
I don't know. There's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of long-forgotten truth.
Ooh.
The god of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets to hide. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer, Morax.
Right.
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would do, though.
He was gonna tell us about this.
Who
He
cares
was.
about all that?
What?
It sounds like countless treasures of the god of Salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for someone to find them, right?
No, there's a story.
You weren't listening at all, were you? Ugh. Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if the seal isn't broken.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble for him.
Really?
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of its secrets.
He actually may.
I may know something about it.
What?
Yeah.
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact contain the secret to breaking seals. Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so, follow me then.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, I think I know everything. Definitely. You need tips today? Yes, throw all the money you can. And if you don't mean money tips, then, well, shame on you for saying that word. Oh, I'm going not here. I'm following the golden thing. I got to fight my way through this, aren't I? That's fine. I'll beat them up. Oh, that's a big earth one. Ooh, that's a big earth one. Oh, I don't think there's any way around him. I gotta fight him, I think. It seems like it's on a farther away island, though? I'm here, they're here. Maybe I could avoid them, but I doubt it. Oh, that earth guy's gonna take a long time.
Right.
Okay. Whoa. Guess the big guy jumped. hit R, I don't dodge it? Okay. Oh, I got stuck on the edge. I got stuck on the edge, so I got... Oh, I broke a shield. Okay. Okay, well, I still am under artifact geared. Well, it's gonna take me a really long time to level up my sword. My sword level. Okay, was that 3,000 damage at the end? But I can do 800 and get off the thing. Ah! Okay, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't really bad at all. What did you drop? Oh, nice. That wasn't bad at all. So yeah, by the way, you can always use foods and potions to boost your strength. Yeah, if I was playing this game and I had time to make foods, sure. I'm pretty sure I've been told to cook foods before. I'm pretty sure. It goes over there. Oh, I'm gonna have to keep on fighting. Razor's almost dead.
Let's dance!
Oh, I got the froggy. Good. If I kill an enemy with my move, I regenerate health now. I regenerate 300 health. Ooh. It'll just give you 30 to 50% more strength? Cool. Again, I would gladly if I was truly playing this game.
Oh, protect us!
Is it going to be a fight, or is this going to be
Here it
a...
is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
We could activate another one.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming.
Another?
Yeah, it makes sense. That was...
Let me lead the way from here.
You don't even have to. You just basically when something happens and activates, then you're like, oh, I gotta do something else. Let's keep going. Something did happen. Something activated or disappeared. Now I gotta make something else disappear. That's how I see things. Anyway.
Let the show begin!
I'll just keep regenerating while I'm walking around. Because I may need to get another hard earth magic shield. Just saying, since struggles you had after, how about all the whole ways through this game? Every time the world leveled up, I had a hard time.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. So you're saying they're related to all this?
Of course.
When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany me. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing happened.
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well.
Oh.
Otherwise, the seal will not be broken.
That would have been a little bit more tricky
The
to figure
secret
out.
to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue
South,
is
east,
vast,
west, north?
yet even one haven is hard to find.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
Well, no, yeah, but it was super
I
easy.
think I've heard this saying before.
Yeah, we'll just leave him out of
Certainly
it.
you have. And the contents of this saying are also related to the god of salt.
Cool.
To provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by the Archon War. This benevolent god searched all across Liyue. At that time, With the chaotic fires of war engulfing the land, even one sliver of peace was a luxury. And that haven she eventually found is right here. Today, it is known as Sal Turai.
How sad then. In the end, this peaceful place was destroyed by Morax.
Was it destroyed by Morax?
Okay, enough with these ancient stories.
Wow.
Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal. Whatever happened doesn't matter as long as we can get inside that ruin.
Why are we listening to this
Tianhong
guy?
in the south, Yaoguang in the east,
Southeast, west, north.
Shuiyun in the west, Qingse in the north. With this clue, you should be able to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, why are we like, this guy sucks. That guy who was following us, he's absolutely terrible. Southeast. Oh, I gotta go activate the one here, then go over there, then go north. Oh, I thought there was like, I saw lightning elemental things. I was going to break them here.
Let the show begin!
But change of plans, I guess. Are those ice dudes? Okay, those are ice dudes. Full health. Not full health. I knew that was gonna happen. Thought I could hit him out of his attack though. So, for those who are wondering why I'm struggling with the camera, you can blame Super Mario World. Wow, he blocked all of that? He blocked all of that too. That didn't kill any of them? You kidding me? I really thought that would have gotten one of them. So I could get my health back, but no. There we go. So yeah, AR-40 is the hardest part. At AR-45, you don't need to do Ascension Quest. Does the world stop leveling up after AR-45? Because yeah, either way, it doesn't really matter at all. Let's just go and finish this quest off and be done. Is this the... Am I south? Or south back here? South is back here. Oh, and then the fire. Okay, cool. Cool. I'll pick up the stuff that I need. South. East. West, apparently I walked around the whole wall. And north.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
Indeed he is. It's not fair that he is...
nothing, really.
It was nothing, really.
Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth.
Yeah.
Lost to time.
We're gonna find it indeed. I don't know if he actually really murdered the God of Salt, or they were friends and he helped her out, or something, but... Yeah, he doesn't seem like a stone-cold killer to me. I trust Zhongli enough to not be going around murdering other gods for no reasons. I know being gods is complicated and the way that they think, especially in video games and movies. But yeah, no. I trust Zhongli enough. But cool, there you go, done. That was no problem at all. I'm still running around his bend. So yeah, his health is under 10,000 now. Ooh, that's bad. This is barely at 10,000, and she got an orange thing on, but she's still way weaker than she was. Yes, I am deciding to stop after today. It's hence the final episode. I am officially done this game. 100%. As reasons explained earlier this episode.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at Guyonstone Forest.
Indeed.
Okay. What is it?
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
I won't take any either?
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity like this up so easily!
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely not.
No?
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this expedition. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin, as well as traps.
You have the audacity to demand this.
Audacity.
Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the god of salt should be enough to make a fortune.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. Zhongli. If we discover the truth behind the god of salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement.
Okay.
Well, let's go.
We got one person who's such a history buff that she just doesn't want anybody to soil the land that we're walking upon. And we got another horrible person who I don't want around here, who's just in it for the money. Oh, cool. Thank you for the lovely flower. I'm gonna float down slowly here and take up some of these while I'm going. Okay, is it just water? Skip over then. Yeah, so again, enjoy the new content. I wish you good luck. Oh, if you're really, really hurting for like 3 more of these, oh great.
Get out of here! Ow!
Okay, one at a time. You can run away all you want, slimes. I don't think they're really... Are they considered slimes? They're not really slimes, I don't think. Oh, it already died. Whoops. I was going to, Yeah, no, they are considered slime. They're dropping slimy things. It's gotta be the right thing. My first blue slimy thing? Nice. Anyway.
I'll protect us!
Cool. So when is Arknights coming back? I don't know when. I feel like I want to just keep getting so strong that when I come back I annihilate the whole world. It says it's further in. Good. But I don't know. I really don't know. Like any day Arknights can come back. Just like like I said, nothing is stopping me from playing Arknights. Not a thing. I could have played it weeks ago, months ago, or whenever ago, but I just didn't want to kick in that game right away. Am I just walking over here? Is there a reason why there's like many paths? Oh no! Okay, just wanted to have some fun. Oh, green things? I'll take those. I actually haven't had to use slimy concentration stuff yet. I needed the hilichurl masks, I needed like the fangs and all the other things, but I never really needed slime things. Oh, are we in a dungeon? Oh, of mysteries and salt. Ooh, there's no Geo in my party. I don't have a Geo leveled up. What kind of games do you like to play on stream? All of them that are clean and family friendly. But the question's all of them. Like, I like playing games. Just some games are just hard to live stream. Final Fantasy XI, which is an MMO game, that was very difficult to stream. Good game, but hard to live stream. I still enjoyed the game, just it took a lot of effort just to put in one episode. Genshin Impact, good game, just hard to live stream. Celeste, I've seen... Wait, maybe that was a character before. But yeah, I have not played it. Ooh, wait, what did I just... Oh, a spear attack? Oh, finally! Did he kick his spear and spin it around? Do it again. There, kicks it. It spins around. He grabs it and then... What? That's awesome! What do you do with this?
Quake!
What? What is this? I don't know what it does. One day I'll have... I don't know. Maybe the Earth is helping me out. Examine statue. Hello, Nawaz. Welcome back. How you been? But I have not played or seen that game, I don't think. Bizarre-looking statue appears to be made of salt. It appears...
Are these statues?
Made of salt?
No. These are people.
That got turned into salt.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
Well, they were covered in salt.
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Ooh, that was a lot of shots you just did. What happened? It was like a lot of noise happening. Oh, okay. I was just fighting the monsters that was over here. Clearly I'm not going this way. They're quite salty, as you can see. That's probably why they got turned to that, because they were being too salty, and the god of salt was just like, whoa, too salty. Indeed. So what happened here? I heard a noise and then nothing happened. And I can't jump up there.
Windblade!
Ooh, what? Well, welcome back, by the way. Cash, how you been? You could call me Heavens, or Sky, or up there, or something. Army is weird. You're technically, and it's not even accurate. You're technically the army more than me. Okay, the game wants me to go up there, but there's no stairs or anything. You're fired.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Oh, come on, use my brain.
Solidify.
Okay, no, that didn't work, but you know what I was going to do, right? I was going to just fire the thing underneath my foot and make me stand up. That's what I was going to do, but I solidified. What? It just happened. I wanted underneath my feet, not there. You weirdo, Shangli. Can I climb this? I can climb these! Oh! Shangli, you're my hero. Have you tried Tomb Raider? Very, very high age rated stuff, especially the newer ones. There's a lot of swearing and stuff into it, and they kind of take away the fun from the game.
Quake!
No, Shangli. Well, I could probably grab it. Yeah, there we go. He quakes in weird places, but yeah, the older ones I could probably play because they're a little cleaner. They're like actually meant for like teenagers to play. The newer ones are just full of like blood and horrible monster things and swearing all over the place. Kind of takes away from the fun of the game. Ancient Stalinized in the eastern position. They're all in the eastern position. Okay, the cup is of the eastern thing? Now, Cuphead is the one I want to play. Don't own the game, but I mentioned Cuphead a while ago.
It's filled halfway with salt.
You need to fill it fully with salt.
It just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt was a god lacking in treasures.
So yeah, he doesn't care.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to say, it is bottomless.
Cool.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is powerful indeed.
Indeed, and you can
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I claim this as mine. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it and make a fortune!
Really?
Hey! How can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow pursuit?
Now you two.
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract agreed upon.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
Oh,
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight with him.
he's so
Then
shallow.
let's move on, shall we?
That guy is so shallow. Let him have his little salt thing. And it might not even be endless, which would be great. But Shangli said he wouldn't be unfair, so Shangli probably is telling the truth. More people turn to the salt and facing the east. I don't know what that's about, but everyone's facing the east and everyone got hit with salt. Oh, I guess we're fighting. Oh no, you do not. Oh, you already did. Wow. Wow, nice combo.
Twin blade!
Oh, I already killed him. What? He hit the ground and he died. Good, okay, I can keep regenerating. That was a lot of damage I did. Cool, I like it. But yeah, Tomb Raiders I'm going to have to kind of avoid, sadly. I mean, I wanted to play them because I played, what was the game? Uncharted, and that had a lot of swearing into it. But I didn't know it had a lot of swearing. But I already started the series, so I'm like, oh. But, like, yeah, I don't want to follow into another Uncharted.
Quake!
Thanks, Shangli! Oh, I kind of like his little thing that he can just create. Door of Resurrection activated. Sweet. Wait. Ah, I almost fell. Okay. Okay. Either A, we go through there. What kind of trickery is this? Am I going over this wall? I'm not leaving this treasure. I can finally play a game I wanted to play for a long time, which is what game? I like how I keep missing. Like where I want to put them. There we go. The outsider who loved Gensokyo. Ooh, that's an interesting name. Okay, I guess I'm not going over there yet, because I'm confused. that treasure. Final episode, why? Because,
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth anything.
watch episode 1 to 18.
If I remember correctly, this is some kind of measuring tool.
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt, much like a rising tide covers the earth.
Oh.
The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of salt.
A bumper harvest of salt.
That's even better than the salt chalice.
Well
That
then,
would-
according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to Miss Wanyan.
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick?
Because you agreed to the
This girl has
contract.
been useless. Why would she get anything?
And he's putting up a fight.
Oh boy. Here we go again.
While we're on the topic of useless people, that guy is pretty useless indeed. All he's been doing is arguing and putting up a stink all the time. But welcome back, Ari. It's been forever since I've seen you.
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need you.
Wow, there
Let's not
comes...
forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make the rules?
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex Lapis once said, "Ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock."
Make him suffer,
That
come
is
on.
one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I
Will suffer the wrath of the rock. You may find it rather unpleasant.
Oh, the Fat 2E shows up, okay. I'm safe in the middle here. As long as I keep attacking, he'll never hurt me. Right, I missed. There you are. Don't care about the fire that's hitting me. Don't care about the fire. No, did your message get...
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin. Leave this place.
The last thing you said
darn you. Just you wait.
was when you get stronger, definitely. That was the last message you sent. When you get stronger.
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for so long.
At least we had our guard up. I hope you never become as greedy as... No, wow, I will never... Paimon will never be that. At least we had our guard up.
Yeah! Good thing Paimon can smell a liar from a mile away.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things that may tempt us to break contracts.
Greed was pretty
When
bad,
people
though.
see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desire and follow the contract?
Didn't think it'd be that
I
hard to
think we
follow
should
something
be
you agreed
honest
upon.
with each other now.
Huh?
Story
Be
time.
honest about what?
I was just saying that if you want to do more episodes for this, you can keep playing it passively. That's the problem. I don't have time to play this passively on the side. You missed everything I said at the beginning of the episode. But yeah, I don't want to spend any more passive time on the side. I've spent all the time now, and I need to get too many things done. I can't repeat myself again. You missed what I said at the beginning.
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition came here for archaeology.
So her too?
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the god of salt.
True that.
You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the god of salt.
That's kind of
I
true.
believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yinyuan Hall.
So he knows that she's one of them?
Okay, that's enough.
We caught her? What savage? What savage? But yeah, there's a really awesomely made puzzle game. But it doesn't have any narrative?
Sir,
Interesting.
You are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I
Games.
seem to have been right to seek you out once I plucked up my courage. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Chising, Yinyuan Hall of the salt industry.
Salt industry.
Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
The Archon War did... Okay, so this is the stuff of the past. Possibly means that you don't need to play every day, just play when you feel... Well, the problem is I don't feel like playing this game anymore. Like, I've lost all my fun too many times during the live stream. And if you literally saw my pity roll, that was a big enough draw to make me never want to play the game again. Hopefully you saw the pity roll. And react to it differently. It was terrible. So anyway, come to think of it, I've never heard you say Rex Lapis.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it, the people of Liyue very seldom use the name Morax.
She did say Morax all the
During
time.
the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power.
Did he?
He left us alone and lost in the world.
Did he really?
We hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after all. and its history is written as he wishes.
He's gonna
So
tell her the truth.
proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his heart.
I doubt that. Ugh, yeah.
We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli?
Yes, we did.
You must judge this history fairly.
Indeed.
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Liyue is no longer Morax's Liyue. Come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
I don't think Zhongli is in any fault. So we removed a guy who can make endless salt. His power is to make endless salt. He could make a profit, yes. Oh, those boxes are unbreakable. But like, yeah, like I don't know. The guy got away. I just don't like that. Oh, you can walk over here. I was gonna investigate this treasure chest for a while. But yeah, I'm glad I figured it out. Good, done. Treasure chest has been solved. You were rolling on bad banner to begin with. The banner with the weapons, but on a positive note, since you got a 5-star weapons, 5-star pity on that banner would have been a 5-star character. Chi-Chi would have been who I wanted on that banner. Or the other, or Mona, but yeah, I didn't get either of those. I got a weapon. So if the banner was what I wanted. You didn't get that treasure chest? Oh, it was literally walked around the corner. You gotta go back and get that treasure chest now. Somehow, go back in time. So what am I doing? Okay, I see what's going on now. It's gonna disappear the moment I know. There you go. Puzzle has been solved. What?
Rise!
Oh, I could have just did it this way. Never mind. I can just do it like this, everybody.
Crumble!
I kind of missed though, didn't I?
Rise!
I could have put the thing in the middle, and the aftershock would have hit all three of them. But I tried to aim it on the thing so that it would hit the thing. You know, I was trying to do something cool, all right, and it failed. Take out the little cronies first. But yeah. So the treasure chest had literally nothing into it though, right? So really, you didn't miss anything other than a silly little treasure chest that truly had nothing into it. Okay. You just realized most of the games you like don't have any narrative, and that's interesting. I played a few games that didn't have any, but I wonder if would they be live streamed? You speaking? Oh, one of you, okay. There we go. Take out him first. Okay. Perfect. I can't believe how weak I've gotten though. My other characters, I mean. My other characters gotten so weak. And because Razor's strong. You saw Razor with a character somebody who invested in Razor. Clearly he's strong. But I've removed all of the artifacts, gave everyone purple artifacts, but I just put on purple artifacts and then used up all my blue artifacts to level up everything. So I could move on. But yeah, I played a few games that was all narrative and just walking, and I played a few that had none, right?
A sword?
A broken sword.
It's a broken sword. This is proof. This proves that the God of Salt had to fight back against the evil Morax. But sadly, she was defeated.
I don't think that's what it came out of it.
The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the God of Salt.
It does Looked like something left behind after being defeated in battle.
Two pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are two separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim one.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer here.
Yes, but you still agreed upon the contract.
But the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take two relics at the same time.
Smart move. Yeah, well, you're still talking about like banners and things, and all I can do is roll again. And if you say roll for the left one, then I can. I was just gonna keep rolling for the Chi-Chi banner and see what happens. But if you're like, no, don't do that. Roll for the left one. When I'm done today and I roll again, then I can do that for you, Diffitleys. The game will be over anyway, so I can roll for whatever I need to roll on today.
This logic.
Zhongli, she seems like a good person, and no one is fighting over the treasure. How about you let this one slide?
You can't break contracts either.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide.
Exactly.
If the contract is not followed, then it is broken.
No. If I only take one half, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the God of Salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her.
So you're gonna break the
Even
contract
if it breaks
as well.
The contract, I don't care.
She's gonna break it
So
too?
you are already decided? Then there is a price to pay for breaking the contract.
Gonna fight us.
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
Or
That's okay. The God of Salt gave up her life to protect her people. My sacrifice is nothing compared to that. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit her!
what's gonna happen
Perhaps
here?
that punishment would be easier for her. But, as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
There you go. Good.
Huh? The truth? You mean the truth is my punishment?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you
Here we go.
shall be your price to pay for breaking the contract. I'm afraid to say that the God of Salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the seven.
Okay.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Tevat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors.
So who attacked her then?
After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
This place.
No. No! It can't be so.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade? Then... this sword...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the God of Salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true!
He knows so much.
You're trying to test my faith in the God of Salt.
Why would he test
As
you?
I said before, I only state the facts.
Who murdered her with the
Preposterous!
sword?
You are a follower of Morax. Don't try to trick me.
Well, there you go.
Hey, come back!
She suffered the wrath of the Geo. She told her the truth, and he made her run away crying. Well, that's better than hitting her. That is true. I didn't mind punching the Fatui guy in the face a bunch of times. I was wondering how this was going to go down, and we spoke to her, and we made her cry. But whose weapon? That's a sword. Zhongli doesn't use the sword. So what god used the sword to kill her? But yeah, there you go. So it's not a Chi-Chi banner? It has Chi-Chi on it, but it's just an image. Wow, cool. What a What a tricky game this has been. What you said really was true, right?
Indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment?
Indeed, I trusted him.
I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. But the contract was broken. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
Xiangli, you're so benevolent, knowing all of the things that are going to happen. Alright, cool. So, some sword. Did the god of salt... I'm going this way, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Everyone's looking... Wait, that...
Are these statue thingies running?
They are running away now.
What will we find ahead?
Who knows?
Salt. And betrayal.
Salt and betrayal. Salty betrayals. Cool, we've come a long ways. Is that the beginning of the game? It is the beginning. Wow, okay, and then we just looped around. And now we're up here. Cool. So yeah, let me see differently. So I'm gonna take a peek right now for you, because I can. I have the power to do so. I feel like that's intentional. Salt and betrayal. Every 10 wishes is guaranteed to include a 4-star and a 5-star pity draw. It has Chi-Chi, Mona, and Kaching and weapons. But they're not anything? Gan you up? So I was better off rolling for this one? or what? What's that mean? Well, final episode usually really means the final episode, like the end. As in, like, no more after this one. Seems he's been fleeing from something, no doubt suspecting... that went way too fast, but I'm on auto. Suspecting that something terrible was afoot. Behind this... So she didn't run away, she ran further into the ruins? I see. But welcome back, Yasir. How you been? Hit the details.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What happened?
Open the door and let her
Since
see.
you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then.
And he doesn't have to say a word. You can open up the door just by standing in front of it, the god of Geo? Either way, just look at the details and Chi-Chi's not even there. That's kind of sad. I don't want to keep going into that menu. I want to just play this game and beat it. But I trust you. The guy who stabbed her and killed her was there, and one of her followers did it? He once held something in his hand, upraised in the... Yeah, literally a sword. One of her followers betrayed her? That's so sad. Okay. And it wasn't the god of Geo. Examine soul. No, I'll talk to her. Just good, and you? I'm alright.
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day.
Crazy.
The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
Really? That's what they thought?
What about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear.
Turn everyone to
Those who
stone?
could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis.
I see.
Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse.
Yes, indeed, Wesley,
So
and
they
welcome.
risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased.
She's gonna...
But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her heart?
I see.
Even if this is so, I can't.
Welcome back to Jane.
This must be a lie. A false history, all of it.
How is this made
Don't
up?
you dare try to shake my faith.
How is she that blind? How can she see this and be like, you made this up? You somehow made all these salt people appear.
Zhongli didn't show any mercy this time either.
Am I telling the truth?
This
No.
is the price she must pay.
Indeed.
Yet I would not call it a bad thing.
I agree with Xiangli.
Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough for now.
And that is the truth. Why would he make this up? What makes you... No. I just said everything right before the beginning of this episode, Wesley. And if you watch the last 17 episodes, you can see what happened, why I kind of want to not play this game. You can check the dates between each episodes. It's just... I don't want to repeat myself again this episode. I already said everything right at the beginning. So not again, sadly. But if you want to hear it from my mouth, watch the beginning or watch everything, or check my tweet, because I kind of said a little bit there too. But yeah, I can't repeat myself again. You're the third person to ask the same question. It's final, and that it is what it is. You seem all too familiar with what happened to the God of Salt. You didn't just hear rumors about the way to break the seal, did you? Anyway, let's just go with the top choice.
Indeed. In ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as well. Faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also.
Faith in a god that has passed? The people of Liyue will understand that one day.
All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyanstone Forest?
And that's why I said, don't worry about it. It's there at the beginning if you wish to. Yeah, I could tell you're new. But yeah, still welcome to the finale, I guess.
Huh? What do you want to do, Zhongli?
Treading old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
Must be tough being a god. Hello, Mr. Edom here? Well, hello, mister. How are you? Welcome back. I mean, welcome, not welcome back. Welcome to the finale. I'm watching it now. Okay, so there you go. How quickly did I talk about it? You might have to just keep seeking ahead. I know I talked upon it pretty early on in the game. Is this it? I did it? We win? I got a lucky dog eagle feather? Which is an interesting name. We did it. Did it all. But yeah. Cool. If you want to see, I don't know what episode it was with the pity draw. That was like the last, was that the last draw? No, it was the second last draw. The last draw was me, the world levels. But yeah, either way, I just want to finish this and free up some time. Truly, and all said and done, free up some time. That'd be great. Poor Instagram, and poor my free time. Oh, okay. I'm better off just warping, because assuming I'm not anywheres nearby. Well, it's... Welcome back. I was here when you were streaming Star Wars. Oh! I don't remember. Did you change your PFP? Hold up. I could actually find out right now. I could easily find out. I have the powers that be. Yeah, you were here before? Yeah, you have 5 messages total. You only left 3 messages. When with Star Wars, no wonder I barely remembered you then. You left 3 messages at Star Wars a long time ago. No wonder. Alright, well I don't remember your PFP at all. Usually I try to remember people's faces, at least, or what they have. And yeah, I don't remember hello Mr. Edom here at all. Did you change your name? Did you change your name? It's all RNG, that's understandable. Oh, and Wesley, if you want to tease me, I have terrible bad luck. Like, I have again, if you watch through what happened to me, I hope you'd laugh, because it's just like, wow, how can you be so unlucky? How can you roll that badly? And then when you hear when I rolled for the pity, and I'm like, what I don't want are these things, and what happens? Oh, I'm going up there? Oh, come on, game. Making me climbing things. Alright, fine, away we go. Almost AR 54 in Genshin. Definitely, you are cruising through that AR level. I'm happy with what level I am. I made it here. We did well. Oh wow, I can't believe my jumping is working that well. I was just kind of not really... I was looking at chat while jumping. 5 messages back in Star Wars time, and he expects me to remember. And if you changed your name or PFP since then, that's why I don't remember. Oh no, this is a really, really high up climb. So anywhere's the land? Hope straight in front of me is a landing bull spot. You just hit AR 44. What world level am I? AR 42. You're all so much stronger than me. Way to flex and say how much stronger you are than me. Let's see how it is. Wesley, what number are you? You might as well flex too and say how strong you are. Come on, go for it. I'm all for it. Tell me how weak I am. Oh, I hit back and... Oh, okay. Well, that happened. Go right. Okay, or that will work. Go on. You changed both. There you go. Okay, so then that's why, because like I do go out of my way to remember people to a point where I don't know how much longer I could last. But yeah, you changed both. I knew something was up because I didn't remember any of that, yo. I'll just wait for my stamina. See, I worked on Bennett because when I asked, like, Abasity, who's your healer? And Abastity's like, I use Bennett. I'm like, Bennett, what? Isn't he a fire boy? With bad luck like me? And he's like, yeah, but he can still heal. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, then I worked on Bennett and the free healer that I get, because I was getting thrashed. But yeah, no, I worked on 2 healers. End game, I'm calling this end game. At this point, I want healers, because I keep getting beat up, so... Thanks, Shongli, for making me climb up all here. FVFHH? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Heaven's Army. That was almost hard to say your name. Fiv is your name.
Now,
yeah.
I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan stone forest.
I was working on nothing like that.
The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming.
So what would you like us to do? But yeah, like, I wanted Chi-Chi, because that would have been a ice that I needed, and the strongest healer. That would have helped me out a lot. That would have been the biggest boost to my game. If I only would have gotten Chi-Chi.
I ended an era with my own 2 hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, but history may be changed.
Indeed, it can.
This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow.
Time is mighty.
I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method.
Yes, but
unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself. Someday we may all disappear.
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler.
You're gonna tell me the message?
You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your memory, it will one day accompany you into another world. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat.
He wants me, the one who could travel through worlds. Oh, interesting idea. But only if I could live forever? Because even my writing will eventually fade away, no matter what I put it on. So that's why you wanted us to come with you. So you didn't just bring me along to find treasure? With a question mark, really?
Sounds like tough work.
Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Huh? Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned.
Really?
This includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison.
I dropped it on his head. that was a fun moment in the game when I literally dropped the entire Jade
Thousands of
Chamber.
years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land.
How do we have both of these items? How do we get both of these
Through
items?
Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears.
Yeah, what power?
After so long, naught but folktales remain. Osial, you and I were foes. But our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now.
How do we get? I thought both of them had this
May
stuff.
that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume.
Is he gonna use his god powers to throw it? Okay, good. Because if I would have thrown it, it probably wouldn't have gone very far. Good throw. I assumed you would have thrown
And
it
thus
further.
another spark of divinity departs from Liyue.
How do we get those items from those two?
My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
Oh, Shangli. Yay! That's one. We're halfway done. That took an hour and a half. Uh-oh. I said this is going to be the finale, but what happens if I don't finish?
I will remain here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this can only grow fewer.
I don't feel a bit sad for the God of Salt. I don't like what the people did to her and what she had to go through, but sadness isn't what I would feel. Won't those relics cause Orsai to grow in power? What will you do now? That matters.
Is a good question. In the past, I might have given you a most specific answer.
Yeah, but
Now, yes. I suppose I will continue in my role as a consultant at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
just gonna pretend to
But
be
if
that.
this journey was to your liking, why don't you come along the next time I am seeking to preserve memories of Liyue's past?
Just call me up on the God phone or something, would you? All right, cool. I think I'm strong enough to continue on. Let's do this. This is it, the last one. Where am I heading? Over there. To Liyue. Cool. Yeah, up above. I could fly in. So yeah, I mean, my plan was to, get at least one good 5-star and then level up that and then continue on. But yeah, that didn't happen. So I didn't think to use Bennett. When did I get Bennett anyway? It doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't matter. We are where we are, and like, we're going as it goes. That's the final word I'm gonna give. That's my wise counsel for you all. It is what it is. It happened as it happened. You got Bennett on your first. I got Bennett right away. Are you kidding me? Okay, that made me laugh. That made me laugh because I'm like, really? I could have had a healer the whole time. Oh, I don't know how I missed it differently. So that's funny when you say that.
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us.
I have no idea how to
And
say her
she's
name.
been handling it alone all along. The chasing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person. It's so frustrating.
Baishi?
You're just...
I win?
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
I knew it was her, them,
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants.
secretaries.
Have you seen Miss Ganyu, Traveler? It has been several days since Ganyu left for Joyun Karst. She's the general secretary of the Liyue Qixing. we've only taken over her responsibilities until she gets back.
And she did such an amazing job as a secretary. She did it all by herself, but you three can't keep up with what she was doing? Why did she go there?
Even though the Chising have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated Ones. They commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Julian Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the crisis.
Oh, it's Bai Xiao.
Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
She's having a vacation.
That's so. Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour.
I agree,
Who can
Paimon.
blame her after working so hard?
Agree, I think so
I'm
too.
afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most conscientious person in all of Liyue. Even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on duty at Yue High Pavilion saying there is still so much to do. She couldn't possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
It's because of this absurd workload of hers.
Absurd.
When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment.
But
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing.
so I'm trying to figure out. I don't remember Twitch saying I can't advertise myself on other sites. I'm a Twitch affiliate, which is literally nothing to them. If I was a Twitch partner, and then they made me sign some contracts saying, hey, you're not allowed to use Restream or something, then sure. But since Twitch is like not really helping me out, I need to help myself out. So I need the live stream on everywhere, because if I didn't, you wouldn't be able to watch me right now on YouTube. So if I was following what Twitch says, then yeah, you won't be able to watch me, and I won't be able to get a single viewer. So until something happens on this channel, then I can go from there. I've never heard anybody get banned from using Restream or other things that allow you to multi-stream. OBS and all the other places, they all have multi-streaming now. So if Twitch is banning all of those multi-streamers, I haven't heard a single word of that yet. So yeah, that's weird that people are getting banned for something I never heard of before. And it's way too hard to be streaming on one thing and try to grow. So I'm reaching out everywhere. You just lose partnership from Twitch if you stream. There you go. Yeah, partner. Being a partner is way different than being an affiliate. Affiliate is nothing. They give you some badges and say, good job, you got 3 people to view you. Try harder, try to get 75, and then they laugh at you, because you'll never get 75 viewers. So yeah, if I ever became partner on Twitch and then followed some contracts, then yes, I would follow Twitch's rules. Because I'm bound by a contract, but never does it say you cannot use any multiple streaming platforming thing on our site, or you're in huge trouble, mister. That's weird. Because yeah, how do they expect me to grow? Do they help me out at all? No. You gotta fight everybody on Twitch to get anywheres, and I'm not a fighter, so yeah, it'd be silly to be a partner and then lose it that way. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it because I'm just a nobody on Twitch's channel. they really don't notice me. The Adeptus lineage is truly remarkable. Shouldn't you get back to work?
We don't even know how long we've been working. We feel guilty for taking even a short breather like we are now.
What a
Looks
sassy.
like you got a serious emergency on your hands.
No, I don't think it's serious. We'll let them work it out.
Speaking of Julian Karst, Traveler, I've heard that you can go in and out of there as you please.
Of course, we've been there lots of times.
Ah, that's good news. Could you go to Julian Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload.
Why don't you hire more secretaries and then divvy out the workload so that she can have her vacation? What's happening here is the solutions are so easy. It seems like I'm the only one who can do it. Indeed. I'll do it. Lives are at stake here. Ooh, another sassy line. But I'll go with the top one.
Ah, we're saved.
saved.
I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainer's abode. You might as well start looking for her there.
Oh, that's
It's about time she came back to work. Otherwise...
We might have to hire more people, and then we could easily
No,
solve...
Perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
Overtime pay? Okay, cool. Let's do this. I don't know who I've unlocked.
You left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she live in Mount Aozong? We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna walk there. It's just 2,000 away. But I want to see if Paimon was gonna say anything else before I warp. Only when people are following you, via technically when they're following you, should you not warp. So I guess it's safe to warp. But yeah, I don't think I would love to have it happen, but I'm waiting for whichever site gives me partnership. Whether it's Twitch or YouTube or DLive. I don't think Facebook will ever do a thing. So yeah, let's us roleplay here. Let's say if YouTube did grow to a point where I can grow so much on YouTube that I get whatever that you unlock on YouTube. I know Twitch is things because I looked at it enough times, but I don't know what YouTube has. And then YouTube says in their thing, hey, you're not allowed to multi-stream anymore. Well then I would just live stream on YouTube only. And that's just how I am going to take that, because whoever wants me is who I will work for, but as of right now, I'm just the tiniest of streamers. Barely a speck on the radar. So whoever wants me, I'll work for. And whether it's Twitch, YouTube, or DLive, I'll work whoever, and they'll get my streams. But as of right now, yeah, I'm not gonna just stream the one. That's just way too hard for me to grow. One lived. Cool, thanks for the treasure. I gotta really stop getting distracted by this stuff, because what I need to do is just do story, I know. But I'm still a gamer at heart, and I'm still gonna like play the game, but I gotta really try to focus on beating the story. More than anything right now. I remember that doesn't something last time we offered tons of food. Yes, we did offer tons of food here. I do remember that. We need to do the same thing again, or are we just...
The person standing over there! That's Ganyu! We finally found her!
So this was the quest that we were doing was with her. Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot. I just unlocked the things and then I quit the episode really quickly.
Oh, protect us!
And I just didn't see who I unlocked, so yeah, that was my bad. Full health. Full health. Cool.
Ganyu! Here you are!
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. Is it official or private affairs that bring you here? I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the Yua High Pavilion regarding matters concerning the commercial port.
Left the human world? Wait, you seem different.
Huh? You don't want to be the Qixing secretary anymore? But they're all waiting for you to come back!
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here in vain.
Tell me what's happening, Ganyu.
Did something happen?
Explain to me.
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. It was meant to be.
Something's up.
When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to leave. My Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor.
I don't think that's the case at all.
I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by Baiwen, Baishao, and Baishe.
She got them all.
Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me. Since the Qixing gave me a chance to leave with dignity, I decided to be tactful as well.
Wow, no, she got that all wrong. She read the situation incorrectly. I believe there is a huge misunderstanding.
I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your words of comfort. After 1,000 years away, I came back to Juyun Karst. Looking at the clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind. I feel better now.
But...
I'm just gonna pick her up over my shoulder.
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Hi, Cloud Retainer. Welcome back, Cloud Retainer.
Retainer? We're terribly sorry. We just...
Here to pick up somebody.
One merely jests. One felt your presence the moment you set foot upon this land.
Oh, and one came over to visit oneself such as
You
one?
Adepti really are impressive.
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well.
Honorary? Did you mean honorary? You spelled honorary wrong. Cashin. And Twitch thinks you're saying a bad word. I'm gonna not even allow it. Try again. Chat about the old times.
Ah, a matter leaves you at an impasse then.
Indeed.
Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation.
Oh, really?
One has been one's own companion in idle talk for many a year.
You talk to yourself so much you think you're good at talking.
Yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her youth shall one apprise you of, perhaps?
Oh, Cloud Retainer.
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child.
Aww.
One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
Indeed, I would like to hear of her acute past. Now that's a good topic. But yeah, like, come on. Why she talked to herself so much? She keeps referring to herself as one. She's out of touch, but she thinks she's really good. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, Paimon wants to hear it.
Indeed, I do.
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed.
Oh, really? I could do
When one
that.
was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns. She was elsewise loath to sleep.
Aw,
Wow.
adorable.
Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like a little ball.
That's kind of funny, okay.
The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
Wow.
Cloud Retainer?
Let's tell us more, please.
Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
Training? So I wanted to see her roll down the mountain in the cutscene, please. I think, no, it seems you didn't read the room.
Ah, one's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
You did great, she ran away.
And you did the exact opposite. Impressive.
Impressive!
Be that so?
Ah, shit, it seems talking to myself.
Returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival.
Indeed, I'm glad I'm here
One
too.
cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst shall not be good for her. One will tell you more about her, if you should permit it.
Go for it, right now. Do it.
Most benevolent among
Oh.
all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain.
That's interesting
But
diet.
perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
I think all she needs to do is talk to people, and they'll be like, we
By
need you
chance
here.
hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts.
We want you back.
Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer. One hopes that you will accompany her.
I will.
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue hasn't given up on her. She's got it all wrong.
She does have it all wrong.
Anyways, What's that training Ganyu was talking about?
We need to find that.
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Joyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to achieve that end. She should be in the southern part of Mount Aozang right now, preparing for the trial.
Okay.
Huh, is that so? Let's go take a look then.
This might be nice. I hope it's like all trials where I'm like flying around and stuff. That'd be alright. I could do that. How far away are we? That's not far at all. But yeah, this is interesting. It would be nice to, hopefully when the more content comes out, that we get to see all the other characters and they all have a story like this. And even still more so, that you come back to the characters that we've already done and they have more story too. I would like to see more of the Dark Knight hero, and I'd like to see more of that bombable thing, and I want to see her accidentally set off a bomb. I want to see what happens. Like, there's so much. You got characters and you got story. You can technically make it happen. I don't know what happened. I thought it was gliding. Maybe I jumped too early again and I didn't glide. That can happen. But yeah, like there's so much that you can do with this game. You have the whole game down. So just now you can add what you want. Hello again.
Here you are, Ganyu.
Why did you come here?
We want to keep you company. Yep. I like to try this Adeptus training. I actually want to keep you company.
Humans should not remain in the realm of Adepti for too long.
Who says I'm humans?
Considering the kindness you have shown me, I can let you stay for the Adeptus training.
Yay!
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer.
Indeed, flying.
Its goal is to help me feel like an Adeptus again. The training is much to her signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too unaware of the abilities of others.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall begin the training.
It's gonna be flying stuff. I gotta go through rings in the sky. Since Superman 64. I've only heard of the rumors of that game. Press input to L2R to enter exit aiming mode. What? What am I doing? What is happening? Where am I going? There we go.
There's a lot of gliding around. It does feel like something Cloud Retainer would come up with.
Indeed. Can I hit that thing from here? I actually hit that from here. I didn't mean to fire. There we go. I didn't mean to hit R2, but my finger nicked the R2 thing. Okay, now up here? Okay, that was really close. That was really, really close. That I almost died there. The thing fell and I just hit jump and it worked out just fine.
We're way behind schedule.
What do you mean we're behind schedule? There's a thing behind me. Oh, that one's the one going. Oh, okay. Whoops. We are behind schedule. Am I like not gonna be able to make this because it requires like shooting and... What happened? Okay, it's alright. I can hit this thing. Fly back up. We're okay. Whew. We're behind schedule. Oh good, we won! Hooray! I was like, if we're behind schedule...
We've completed the task. What do you think?
Being, perhaps I'm a good Adeptus.
I agree. You possess many qualities similar to those of Adepti.
Do I?
Despite having none of their blood.
Do I?
What were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first trial.
I see.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
Is Mountain Shaper next? Is it Mooncarver? Well, I want Mooncarver.
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is...
Who is it?
Tell us, come
Conqueror
on.
of Demons.
Huh. So it's Xiao.
Xiao?
That cold-hearted loner? How come he's prepared a trial for you?
That cold-hearted loner? How interesting.
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming.
I see.
He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
I am interested in seeing how this goes.
Let's go.
We get to hang out with the Adepti in this storyline, which is nice. Do you know Joe? Is his name Joe? I had no idea. How far am I away? Really close. I didn't know if I was gonna hit that wall or not, so I'm gonna just move on. Alright, well, cool. Do you know Joe Mama? I've heard of Joe Mama before. I even seen Joe Mama. Oops, I hit the ground. Whoops, I was laughing too hard.
Let the show begin.
At my own terrible joke. Great, way to make me lose thousands of HP. Great, now I gotta heal up thanks to you. Distracting the live streamer. Thanks for writing something funny in chat that I could react to. There's Grumpy. Oh, well, he doesn't. I mean,
You're
we'll see.
half an hour late.
Yep,
I
Grumpy.
see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with Cloud Retainer.
I don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us. I'm just helping you with your training. That's all.
That might not be
Xiao is
mean.
Such a strict teacher.
Half an hour late is
You're
late.
neither an Adeptus nor a human, always treading the line between the two worlds. It must create a lot of confusion. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
I have nothing to hide.
Seems that Xiao understands Ganyu quite well. Xiao might be a good teacher after all. Huh, let's go with the top one.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution.
Oh?
The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Run through this
Yes.
explosive field.
I'm ready.
Let's see what he's gonna offer us. Well... Playing as her. Complete the trial. Just walk over here. It's probably a fighty trial. I'm still hurt, aren't I?
Protect us.
Okay, let's get healed up here, because if this is a fighty thing, I don't want to have, you know, a lot of thousands of HP missing. What a pretty looking symbol. It looks like a cloud. Good enough.
The trial's begun. Paimon can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed.
Okay, I am strong enough to defeat this, which is great. Oh, water, really? I gotta kill one at a time, so... He's still alive? Wow, that's incredible. Because it's raining, these fire enemies are so easy. You gonna fine, just use Ganyu. Okay, I will use Ganyu then.
We're way behind schedule.
Oh, she said we're way behind schedule because she's ice powered. Because I was dashing. No touching. All right, cool. I could freeze people with Ganyu. This is awesome. Take it one bat at a time. I'm just glad these bats can, you know, show up and I can hit them with a sword. It's when you're locked behind one weapon that you need to use like a lightning or I'll take out the electrical ones first then. It must be wet because I'm getting shocked here.
Get out of here!
How many more enemies do I need? 15 out of 26. I got 10 more enemies to go and I'm down to 60 HP. I can freeze enemies with Ganyu though, so it really shouldn't be that hard.
Access denied.
I can just keep on freezing them. Awesome.
Access denied.
Okay, that was way better to use that move. Where did they go? Okay, I had time to like recuperate. Oh, that's a lot of fire enemies. I meant to hit that button, wrong button, okay. For Rex Lapis? Oh, I thought you were dead. Whoops. Jumped the gun there a little bit. Stunned him. We're good. We got this. She was awesome for this fight. She was perfect. Yay! With the rain, that was awesome. That's what having ice does in this game. If you have a really, really strong ice user, I think it might be okay. I do have... I'm pretty sure the one that I have is strong, I just don't have the time. I did get an ice user. Him. I don't even know how to say his name. He actually might be really good. I just got them so late. Like, it's just no time, but... We did it!
I've completed your trial.
It worked in her favor.
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't benefit your training.
Oh?
Only you can evaluate the result of this trial. You'll progress faster that way.
Evaluate yourself?
Understood.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
You could be nicer while sharing them. That lone wolf is truly admirable. There's only one true wolf and he's on my team. It's not him. You could be nicer while sharing them. He could be. Good support? Not like a good fighter, though? Ganyu is one of the strong ice characters. I see. See, I wouldn't mind having a Ganyu or a Chi-Chi still.
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have to...
What?
I have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
You just don't want to deal with a pesky...
Pesky visitor? So even here, there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
Indeed. Xiao can't handle a pesky one.
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the Adepti!
I thought
Are
humans...
all of you the Adepti of this mountain?
Yeah, me too.
Great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth, and a good career.
Wow.
Oh, so
All of
it's a
those?
pilgrim.
All of those things? Why don't you just ask for the rest of the world? I would just be happy with some luck, actually. Such a materialist. Indeed, such a materialist. I can see why Xiao finds his type troublesome. I think he's asking for too many material things, indeed.
I am also one of the Adepti. You can say that I'm an Adeptus in training.
Perfect. I didn't come in vain then. Although you sound a bit half-hearted. Doesn't matter.
How did he guess that?
What blessings can you grant me?
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for the blessings of the Adepti?
Still on material thinking.
That's not what I meant.
Indeed.
What I'm trying to say is that everything should be earned through hard work and earnest living. It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
True.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
Your old man is
Your
right
father
then.
must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships, but are also full of joy. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
So true.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and behave like us city folk? You sure you're not one of those swindlers who poses an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money?
She has horns growing out of her head, you dummy! Why is these people? He's got good DPS. Then if I ever played this game, which I won't, I would level him up then, sure. He just can't take criticism. You know what? No, show some respect. Actually, you're actually not listening to what your dad said, which he was absolutely correct. She also said the exact same thing. Just work hard if you want things like that. Yeah, no, Heaven's Army, hands on hip, show some respect.
Ugh, how dare you reprove me? I bet you came here looking for the Adepti yourself.
Can I hit him with a wind gust?
He might sorta have a point. We did come here looking for Ganyu after all.
But we're not here to grant wishes.
Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
That guy's horrible.
Nobody's stopping you.
That guy's a terrible person.
Don't let that guy ruin your mood.
He's a bad person.
It's not his behavior. The things he said, he was right.
He was wrong. What you said was right.
Coming back to Jueyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel like an Adeptus again. But being questioned by him made me realize that
You're still half human too? You're better off sticking to your human side. Go back to Liyue Harbor with us.
But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
We told you it was a misunderstanding. We did, actually.
It's true! Just believe us!
Alright. go with you to Liyue Harbor. That said, I still trust my initial judgment.
Yeah, well, your
If
initial
I'm proven
judgment.
Right, I'll return to Jueyun Karst once again.
Yeah, that guy just thinks people. I don't know how
Step in the right direction.
you would put horns in your head, and think that that's cosplay. Yeah, I don't know. That guy is just. They're just showing really, really bad people, it seems. Because yeah, there's no. I hope humanity isn't that terrible. Where you literally show up, even like this is a fake game, yes, sure, but if you did walk up to a place that's supposed to be where the Adepti live, and you find somebody like her, and she tells you something that you, of course you didn't want to hear that, but you hear what it is, and you call them a fake, half-hearted, useless thing? What like horrible person you are. Terrible. And video games always seem to put humans on that side a lot, but it's not. Oh, I don't like it. Don't like it. You could have been smart enough to listen.
We're finally back!
Yay!
I'm still...
Can
Come on, Ganyu! We're almost there! You don't want to turn back now, do you?
I would pick her up and walk her in there if she tried to
you
laugh.
have a point. It would be quite impolite of me to leave the two of you now.
What are you bringing?
Right. Where do you want to go first, then?
What do you mean by that,
I've
Diffitleys?
spent too much time in the mountains. The first thing that comes to my mind is the sea.
Yeah, and the
Let's
beautiful...
go for a walk in the port.
The boats and
To come with.
the golden crane thingies. Alright, let's do this. This is nice. This is like a walking around with Ganyu and get to know a little bit more about her. I'm cool with that. I didn't want to land in the pond, so...
Let the show begin!
Let the show be... No. Let's just give me my health regeneration and let's move on. So yeah. Huh. I don't know what else to say other than I hope you're enjoying the story, because this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I wanted to do days ago. I'm hoping you're enjoying it now. Oh, I might have jumped the turn too quickly. Okay, I think I'm... Okay, over there. Cool! So yeah, I mean, this is nice. yeah, just come to her and just demand things, and then just talking, yeah, not good things to her. Indeed. That's a horrible view on that person. That person's, to me, a despicable person who I would never want to associate with. But yeah, no, so many games does that, where, especially if you're playing like a space game where there's aliens involved and humans are there being the evil race, where they're like trying to take over things and they're trying to get all the technology, and they're always just so, I don't know, just like not nice. Not nice, not pleasant to want to hang around with. Why did the game want me to run backwards when I'm going here? It's cute that they didn't have a way marker to just let us fly over like that. Despicable indeed. I didn't like him.
The sound of the waves in this familiar port.
I don't hear any
The
waves.
smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic.
Can't smell in video games.
You didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why do you look so moved?
Well,
Because she loves it here.
I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time.
This is a vacation.
Huh. That's true. Ganyu seemed to be working all the time.
Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent most of it behind a desk filing documents.
Did you enjoy
It
that?
put me in a certain mood.
Yes.
Similar to the one I felt during my training in Jueyun Karst, in fact.
There is some situations, of course, where you do not want to smell, okay? But, yes, I would love a video game, a virtual reality video game, where you can hear, well, you can hear things in video games now, but you hear the sea and be able to smell it and be able to, like, put your hand in the water and feel that. That would be really cool if video games got super realistic. But then, at other times, when you're, like, playing, I don't know, let's go with Star Wars again, since somebody mentioned that recently, and you're walking around a sewer, you don't think you want your nose to be working and smelling that. But it would definitely be really immersive. And yeah, I'm kind of thankful that this video games are not real. So yes, your characters never change. As Diffitleys is saying, they never showered. They would smell terrible if they were real, but they're not. It's magical. Your characters don't need to shower to smell good. They always smell good, or they don't have any smell at all because you can't smell them. And since there's no sense of smell in any of the worlds, then there's nothing to worry about. So yeah, it's how much realistic do you want to put into a game? At this point, it's not real, so they don't need to. They don't need to shower and use the bathroom and eat food. They don't have to.
Why, isn't it little Miss Ganyu?
Why? It just appeared out of nowhere. Where did he come from?
I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here.
Why are you teleporting?
You're always so terribly busy.
Uncle Tian is his name.
This old man called her Little Miss Ganyu.
Little Miss Ganyu.
Please don't also start calling me that.
Oh, I'm gonna totally call you that.
Allow me to introduce Uncle Tian. He is...
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Liyue after all, and I am the one who has yet to introduce myself.
I just pop out of nowhere.
Uncle Tian is a member of the Liyue Qixing, the Tianshu.
What? This grandpa is a member of the Qixing? The same rank as Ningguang?
Really?
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my identity.
He's got enough power?
Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life.
A break!
I have no wish to be followed around by those armed guards. In most people's eyes, I'm just a forgetful and wordy old man.
Who can teleport, don't forget.
Uncle Tian is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such noble character.
And there's no one who can replace you with your secretary powers. She's saying everything that we need to tell her. What she told the guy was exactly what she needed to tell herself. And now what she just said here is what she needs to tell herself. She's not replaceable either. I'm trying to remember if I ever messed with him. Trying to remember if I ever messed with him? I don't think I messed with anybody in this game. I tried not to. Don't judge a book by its cover, they say. I didn't judge him, but he literally did teleport out of nowheres.
Oh, little Miss Ganyu. Your kind words make me feel that my decades of hard work haven't been in vain.
Fishing all the time.
Uncle Tian, a person of your standing should really stop calling me Little Miss Ganyu.
Well, I can call you that.
My apologies. It's not intentional, just a childhood habit of mine.
Yeah, he grew up.
Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the Qixing.
Ascended?
Oh, so you've been friends for many decades now, huh?
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary. It's nothing worthy of your gratitude.
I think you do deserve some gratitude.
Secretaries... Oh, I don't know if I should bring it up. Ganyu, I believe you know my daughter, Huixin. She seems to be a bit troubled recently.
Sphinx, welcome back!
Yes, she works at Yuehai Pavilion and she's my junior. How can I help her?
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't like to ask for my help. May I trouble you to meet her at Yuehai Pavilion? She just needs a bit of guidance.
Yuehai?
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
I call it Yui.
She's back in character, just like that, huh?
Just like that indeed. She seems to fit here more naturally than she does. But Sphinx, I'm doing great. How are you? Welcome to the finale. As expected of a Qixing member, he's actually helping Ganyu. I'm afraid Ganyu didn't even notice that he's helping her out. Yeah, indeed.
Let's move then to Yuehai Pavilion.
Yuehai? Yui is its name. Be changing my names around. Okay, where am I going? 320? I ain't walking that far. I can't believe they still together. What do you mean they? Who's together? Well, this has been so nice. I'm pretty good, thanks. Well, I'm glad you're doing good. So I finished Super Mario 64. If anybody was watching, they'd know. 2 episodes and basically a half, kind of. I took 3 hours, but I was chatting for about 40. Your face cheeks? I don't know what you're talking about. See how I changed everything that you've done on my channel? Oh, I almost landed on her. That would have been bad. But yeah, what was I gonna say about that? I don't know what game I'm gonna be playing next. I don't have a game planned. I was waiting for Art to ever show up so I could like tell him, hey, you gave me too much money, but he still hasn't shown up yet. Okay, yeah, there you go. See how I changed all of your words into something way more family friendly? I'm a genius.
Miss Ganyu, it's been too long.
She's an old lady.
I don't know why, but seeing you brings me a sense of peace in these chaotic times.
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I'm
You
flattered,
did.
but aren't you exaggerating a little?
I remember sort of
I
ditto.
heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could be of some help.
My father asked you to come, didn't he? Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Don't worry. I'm always happy to help a junior colleague from Yuehai Pavilion.
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also a great mentor.
So, what can you tell me about the problem?
Ugh, where should I start? I discovered something strange while organizing tax records. There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of 2 stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique. However, whether I question the shopkeepers or check their accounts, I can't seem to make any progress with my investigation. Without any evidence, my hands are tied.
Evidence?
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario.
It's 1,000 years of work experience for you?
All right. Let's approach it this way then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals,
I see,
competing
yeah.
for market share due to their similar wares. In that case...
In that case... Ah! I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu.
You want them to expose each other, indeed.
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique. The owner's name is... Bolai, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. Follow me, please.
She's so smart. I've been on the stream 2 days ago, but you've missed my messages, so you didn't notice me. It's either A, I missed your messages, or B, again, my chat is not picking up everything. It may actually be showing up on Twitch, but it's not showing up in my chat that I'm reading. Because my chat is reading up everybody's messages, even YouTube's and stuff, and even Mal wrote something, and it didn't go through, so he went over on YouTube and then wrote something, and then it actually popped up. And then, after YouTube worked, then Twitch started working. So, again, for the 1000th time, my chat is not quite working until Restream fixes it. And it's, like, it may actually be popping up in certain places, but it's not showing up where I'm reading. Sadly. But yeah, I'm not ignoring you. It's just, if stuff is being missed, just keep typing, repeat it, or just be like, hey, at Heaven's Army. You missed my messages, hurry up and read them. I said something amazing. But yeah, like, just, my chat is very finicky. Even I type messages in and it doesn't go through. I punched in world record yesterday and it didn't go through. And I punched the message in on my chat. But yeah, good day, my friend. My apologies, but I'm out of stock at the moment. Please try again. He runs a shop, he's out of stock, and he's... Anyway, whatever. What do you sell? Am I not talking to him? Maybe I'm not talking to him. Why is it so chilly here? Why am I talking like this? You too? Just not me after all. He's wearing like a 1950s trench coat thingy, whatever they're called. But yeah. I'm not talking to them. Oh, okay. Am I talking to the flower guy that's underneath of this? Yes, it's the flower guy underneath him. Okay, I was like gonna say, like, where am I at? It's actually, the chat seems to be working well tonight.
Ah, we meet again, traveler. And you must be from the Yuehai Pavilion? I suppose you're about to place a big order. I'd be honored to offer you my wares.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo Boutique's credit is not sufficient to accept orders directly from Yuehai Pavilion. Should we need to place such an order, we would certainly go to Second Life instead.
Whoa, Ganyu!
What?
Whoa!
Second Life?
Whoa, she's being
Ugh.
sassy.
That rascal Dongsheng. He's stealing all of my customers.
Hello.
Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based on their tax records, their business is thriving.
Blacker than darkness? Even more darker and scarier than darkness? Hello, welcome to the stream. How can you be even more darker than darkerness? How can you be so... Are you evil? This is a non-evil channel. So either way, welcome. What even said those last... What are you typing, Yasir? What even... I can't read that. Anyway, Jushin is a very funny name for Russians. We mean something that I can't say. Good, I'm glad you can't say it. I'm pure evil, bruh! Oh, well then, I am pure good, bruh, and I fight those who are pure evil. But welcome to the channel still. I was like, what a crazy name you have. Me being like lighter, more light than light holiness itself. Meaning blacker than darkness. on this lovely day. Anyway, welcome.
Tax records?
Thriving.
Thriving?
Huh. Is there anything you'd like to share with us, Mr. Bolai?
My chat won't allow bad words.
Don't let that rascal fool you. I know his dirty tricks best.
Cashin's tired from farming? How can you be tired for sitting down playing video games, Cashin? I'm gonna sash you before you leave. If you're leaving. Being tired by playing video games? Come on, I've been live streaming for 4 hours. Well, not really. I'll be live streaming for 4 hours, talking the whole time with all this energy, and I won't be tired. But yeah, anyway.
If you don't believe me, show me his tax records. I'm sure I'll find something fishy in there.
You know Second Life's business so well?
Of course. Ugh, their every transaction makes my blood boil.
Oh, here we go.
I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Yeah, Cashin, I'm sassing you. Come back and sass back. What you got for me, huh? Me, who is always full of energy. Every live stream. That's real. No, is that how competitors behave?
Well then, please look over this
I
tax
don't get
record.
tired. I get more energy.
We'll review Second Life's credit based on your observations.
I get more energy the more happens.
I'll read very, very carefully.
That's
line
good.
by line and word by word.
Yeah, the more you do, the more energy you get, right? That is how it works.
Ah, here I found it. That exquisite wooden furniture set he bought from Fanmu Carpenters at the beginning of the year.
Fanmu?
Ugh, he even flaunted it in front of me. Look at the tax record. Not a word about that furniture. And he kept all the profit for himself.
See.
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents related to this transaction. No wonder there was no trace of it.
I told you so. Just as I expected. Ugh, I can't wait to watch him squirt.
But he's gonna do the same thing to you.
But, Ms. Ganyu, despite all this, can't he just flat out deny ever making this transaction?
He might have destroyed all the evidence, but I believe the supplier, Fanmu Carpenters, might still have some proof of it.
What's more said than seeing no more Genshin?
Right.
Ah, there you
Master
go.
Liu from Fanmu Carpenters must still have the invoice. He wouldn't be swayed by the likes of Dongsheng.
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenters. It should be near Chingsa Village.
Why are you looking at me?
Thank you for shining a light on this case, Mr. Balai.
Oh, please, that's nothing. I just hope you won't be lenient with him once you find the evidence. That's the best way to show your gratitude.
Is he really trying to be nice?
I'm afraid I can't go to Chingsa Village.
It's all right, Weishin. You can stay in Liyue Harbor and finish your work. Leave the rest to us.
Ah, that's so considerate of you. Still, I'm sorry to trouble you like that.
Where 2,000 away? I guess we're warping. You're not gonna use any English anymore? My evil rival? Also, rendering a video right now, it always takes so long, even something short. Rendering a video? Unless you're like rendering it like super high graphics and stuff. Trying rendering a 4-hour live stream is pretty rough. That's why I try to do a fairly good job on a live stream, so I don't have to render it. And I just hope Twitch doesn't break, and then I do have to render a 4-hour thing. But yeah, I can't believe Cashin never sassed me back after I sassed her for being tired by playing video games. But she's doing something repetitive that would be kind of boring, but farming? When I think of farming, I think of doing something to gain something to help me get better. You're sorry if I get annoyed, but do you want to not gonna play any more Genshin? No, I'm not planning on to. Again, if you want to hear, go watch the beginning of the episode, because I know I remember saying everything that I want to say then and there. And then you'll be good. That would be great if you can, because I definitely don't know. And Twitch is just gonna keep blocking all of your words, because Twitch keeps thinking anything not English is a bad word. So all your messages are eventually just going to keep getting blocked. Eventually.
Ah, welcome, welcome. How can an old carpenter like me help you? I'm usually happy to take new apprentices, but I'm afraid I can't take too many at once. But I'm always around if you're keen for a chat.
Kingsa really is full of lonely old people.
Lonely old people.
I heard that. Flying one?
I'm sorry.
Master
Only
Lu,
old people.
We've just come to see you and ask you some questions.
Don't worry, I know. You're from the Yuhai Pavilion, right?
Yuhai.
Why would the Qixing care about an old man like me? Well, whatever. You said that you want to ask me something. Ask away, then.
You're very direct, Master Lu. I will be plain. We're looking for proof that Dongsheng from Second Life has been evading taxation. Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you still have the invoice or any other record of that transaction?
Oh, it's about Second Life. It was a big order. How could I forget?
Sure enough, Mr. Balai was right. Could we perhaps borrow that invoice? We won't have any evidence to bring against Dongsheng otherwise.
Of course you can. But I'm not so sprightly anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
I enjoyed playing Genshin Winter's Story.
I only do my woodwork and display finished wares here at Fanmu Carpenters. As for old documents and such, I keep them all in a warehouse west of here.
Is he looking to the
some
west?
Troublemakers have recently moved there, invading my warehouse. I tried to drive them away, but they just wouldn't leave.
People are invading your warehouse?
Since you need that invoice anyway, it may be best to get it from the warehouse yourself. And while you're at it, you can teach those louts a lesson.
I will teach those louts a lesson.
That's what happened. I see.
I'll leave you to it then. I need to get back to work.
There you go. I'm in a cutscene, and I want to reply to everyone's messages, but I gotta hold off until until then.
Take back the warehouse, find the invoice. Time for us to show our stuff in a fight.
Indeed, once again.
I think I saw one of those troublemakers. Ah, over there.
Oh, Paimon sees them too. It's one of the Fatui.
What is he trying to do? Other than eat? He just ate a ginormous something in 2 seconds.
They must be plotting something against Liyue Harbor.
You think so?
They're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu's warehouse.
Shouldn't we observe him for a while first to see where he's really going?
Ever since Osial attacked the harbor, the Fatui's reputation in Liyue has reached rock bottom.
No kidding.
We won't cause a serious diplomatic crisis by getting into some small scuffle with the Fatui within our borders. You need not worry. Besides, I can already feel their malicious intentions. Consider it my intuition as the secretary of the Qixing.
She's using her intuition powers.
Let's go teach him a lesson.
Indeed. So I don't know if I'm rendering videos, but my 4-hour videos takes about an hour to create a 1080p 60 frame per second video that I can send to YouTube. That's the first thing I want to say, and I'm not going to be sad once Genshin is over.
Frozen.
Get out of here! Out of the way! Adventure time!
Freshness preserved. Chill to the bone.
Adventure time!
Wind blade!
Get out of here!
There we go. Broke his silly little shield. Now I can take him out. Don't fight it. Leave him alone. He just wants some berries. Yeah, well, I'm taking him out then. How dare he steal my berries? Those are my berries to eat.
Flash frost.
What happened? I hit him so hard we broke the game? Oh.
Oh, you scoundrels.
Scoundrels?
I think you've had enough. About time you tell us your plan. No?
Plan? What plan?
I'm just eating berries.
We just taught you a lesson, but clearly you weren't paying attention. If you don't spill whatever you're scheming against Liyue,
He's probably not scheming,
we'll be
right?
forced to use harsher methods.
Even harsher than beating up? I think we were, quick, tell us everything before she really, really beats you up.
I'm telling the truth. There's no scheme.
How does she feel evil
If you're telling the
maliciousness?
truth, then why would you, a member of the Fatui, suddenly appear on the outskirts of Qingce village?
Fine. If you really want to know, then, well, I was about to.
About to?
About to what?
Pick berries?
Pick berries over there.
I knew it!
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come up with such a silly excuse.
He's probably telling the truth.
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning, and I heard that there were fresh berries in this area.
And we beat him up?
Think about it. I'm here alone, and Qingce Village is nothing more than a retirement spot for old people. What could I be scheming anyway?
You thought you were taking...
By how he's looking at us, it does seem like he feels like he's the victim here.
He's not a victim, he's a
So
Fatui.
you have nothing to do with the occupation of Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse?
Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse? Where's that?
He probably did accidentally take over.
I only came here to pick berries. That's all.
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over Master Lu's warehouse after all.
You might have blamed him for nothing, so that's it, huh? Yeah, Sphinx, you came up in the middle of this episode. I'll type it in chat again, since you're like the 4th person to ask. So that's it.
I also feel that he's telling the truth.
Whoopsie!
I misjudged the situation and offended you. My apologies. Our exchange only represents my personal views. If you wish it so, you can file a complaint to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Exchange? This woman, she's clearly aware that the Ministry of Civil Affairs wouldn't side with us, Fatui.
Why is the screen shaking?
Precisely. As an alternative, you may try to solve this problem with force once again.
Paimon's in!
Darn you. How can you wear that solemn face while bullying me like this?
Solemn
What's your
face?
choice then?
I'll get back to my berries.
I'll get back to my berries. Good choice. The Fatui get what they deserve. You know what? Yeah, no, they're still bad guys. Even if he is innocently picking berries today, tomorrow he's going to try to kill me. They get what they deserve. Bad guys are going to get a thrashing here. Bad guys don't stand a chance on this channel.
I made a laughingstock out of myself. I might have spent too much time away from work. my intuition is not as accurate as it used to be.
Yeah, I was following your intuition there.
Always nice to teach the Fatui a lesson.
Indeed.
Let's keep moving towards Master Lu's warehouse. Our goal is to get the invoice, after all.
That is our end goal, yeah. But if we run across any more Fatui, we're probably going to beat them up again. It can't be helped. But yeah, no, poor guy. Kind of poor guy, but like, no, in the end, if you're going to be a bad guy, yeah, be prepared for me to be after you. Maybe I should take all the berries, and then he's got to go berry picking somewhere else. That'd be a brilliant idea. Either way, it's kind of funny that he was just there for berries. Oh, where am I going now? Okay. Wow, you already saw me?
The warehouse. Seems like those troublemakers were nothing more than a few hilly churls. Let's show them what we got.
There's an electrical dude? Oh, there you are. If I would have seen him, I would have went for him first. I can't see. Ooh, okay, good. I'm glad he went that way. Keep on regenerating. Wow, you made an interesting noise. Enemy reinforcements.
Let the show be.
Perfect timing for an electrical attack with all that water. Okay. Chip away his shield, little by little. Whoa! I just forgot the counter sometimes, right? Now you're just a simple little, well, big hilly churl, I guess. Ow.
All clear. Quick, let's look around for the invoice.
Did they not drop anything? I guess scripted enemies don't really drop things? I guess so. Okay. Usually when you do the other fights, it works out usually.
One is an invoice from One Min Restaurant. Some dining tables and chairs. That's not it.
Bad guy was just a fallen hero. If you want to check out the Dragon Saga? Dragon Saga. It's a free MMO. Oh, no more MMOs, please. Similar art style available on Steam, but it's a bit old. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on MMOs. I played it when I was young. MMOs are a big undertaking for a chill live streamer such as me. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on those from now on. Those are time consumers as well. Big time consumers.
This one is Wangsheng Funeral Parlors. Oh, so they make coffins too.
No kidding.
This one is Second Lives. We finally found it.
Hooray!
Let's bring this invoice back to Hoishin.
Is he up above? That's 2,000 away. Never mind.
Oh, protect us!
Yeah. Gonna warp. With regen on and I warp, do I get healed as in if I really did travel the time, or does it not work that way? We'll find out now. I couldn't click onto it. It was too far down. But yeah, MMOs are big, and I did 2 MMOs, really. I played a few other one-off episodes. But I did Final Fantasy 11 and 14, and I feel like that's enough MMOs for this channel. Let's not do any more, please. Cause yeah, those are huge things to play. And I definitely have no time to play them if I have to farm on them. And MMOs does have a lot of farming. It's got double seasoning in your ramen. What? What? That sounds awesome. Having double seasonings would be the best thing ever, because the seasonings are never enough. There's never enough. Yeah, I agree. There's never enough. Let me guess. The rest of the stuff fell down to its. Yes, it did. I'm going for it because these are like blue stuff. Not that I need it, but I'll just take it anyway. There we go. Can't see. Square. Thank you. Square. Thank you. And there we go. Nothing to it. If you, yeah, I feel lucky yeah, you got more than, yeah, exactly.
Ms. Ganyu, you're back.
A 5-star character.
I hope it wasn't too much trouble rushing about like that.
I'll never get double seasonings.
I promise to help you, and I'll keep my word. Nothing to worry about. Look, it's the invoice for the transaction between Second Life and Fanmu Carpenters. We've brought it back.
Oh, thank you so much. Now we can solve this problem.
Agreed. How about we go to Second Life and have a nice chat with the owner?
Now the other guy's gonna get in trouble. Now the other dude's in trouble. How far is this away? 234? That's not far. Well, cool. Let's just keep this party going then. Oh, I should heal up my other characters while walking. Well, this is like a nice little ending. It's all like calm and cool. We're gonna go talk to merchants and... Oh, I got healed just in time. I'm a brilliant person. This is a little further away than I thought. Cool. But yeah, that's crazy. I don't know if I have anything in my life for a story where I felt incredibly lucky. I really don't think I got any stories. I don't remember anything super incredibly lucky happening to me. Ever. This dude here is the rival to the other dude.
Guaranteed.
What would you like to buy? So about those tax records. Wait about this and that. Oh, over here, please. Pick at your leisure. Oh, this is the stuff that I can buy that I forgot all about. I don't have any of this? There you go. Now it's time for tax records. There we go. Buy from him and then be like, now you're in trouble, mister.
Isn't it Huixin from the Yuehai Pavilion? I remember you.
You gave her a runaround.
I told you that all of my transactions are included in the records. My tax declarations are scrupulous as well. I do hope that my business won't be affected by any groundless accusations.
No, we got proof.
Groundless accusations? Mr. Dongsheng, you seem very sure of yourself. But I sincerely advise that you cease this behavior immediately. It is liable to affect the fine you'll need to pay in the end.
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with any fraudulent sources of profit.
Not so confident now, are you? Is what I would say.
Haven't I made myself clear? Mr. Dongsheng, you've already been proven guilty of tax evasion. I just came here to see if you'd confess.
What? Proven guilty? How come? That's impossible. Absolutely absurd.
Absolutely.
He's talking without rhyme or reason. Must be crumbling under Ganyu's pressure. Time for the finishing blow!
Take him out, Ganyu!
Mr. Dongsheng, can you tell me what this is?
It's an invoice from Fanmu Carpenters. I'm Master Lu. I didn't.
Do you admit
He didn't.
to tax evasion?
We all didn't.
This transaction was absent from the tax record.
Ooh.
I didn't think you'd find out. I didn't leave a single trace.
Didn't leave a single
Indeed.
trace. Wow.
We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for Mr. Boalai's aid.
Balai? That imp from Wanyo Boutique?
No.
So he told on me behind my back.
Now he's gonna get him.
He's got his own share of dirty laundry.
Oh, would you like to tell us?
Mr. Dongsheng,
See?
I'd like to hear a little more about this dirty laundry. Would you care to elaborate?
Like the O's that we both did there? You see that? Because even I knew where this was going. Exposes his.
I don't
Okay.
think you'll need my guidance for what comes next.
Yeah, you don't need anything.
Yes, thank you,
Wow.
Miss Ganyu.
Ganyu's
I can
awesome.
Take it from here.
That's good.
I must say, you are truly impressive, Miss Ganyu.
Yeah, she is.
Your enemy knows you best. To think, you came up with this plan and executed it so masterfully.
It's actually one of your father's, the Tianshu's, old tricks. I just took some inspiration from it.
And you could have asked your father anytime.
My father?
Anytime you could have
Hitting
asked
your
him.
opponent against their enemies and watching them drag each other down from an advantageous position. That's how Uncle Tian managed to keep his position in the Qixing secure for so many years. I figured that as Uncle Tian's daughter, you'd naturally grasp your father's strategies.
What was with that human who took a right
I decided
turn?
to use one of your father's tricks and play it out for you to see.
Yep.
I can see it now. Clearly, I still have a lot to learn about my father.
Yeah, next time ask him.
Really grateful, Ms. Ganyu. You're the kindest mentor I've ever had. Thank you.
Ganyu solved both Huishin's work and family problems. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, you've helped me so much. You must allow me to repay your kindness.
That's not necessary. No need to be so serious. It was nothing, really.
Then let me treat you to a meal.
Yay.
The Traveler and Paimon are invited as well. I appreciate your help.
Free food!
All right, come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat.
Paimon, don't forget your manners. Let's wait for Ganyu's decision. Okay, I take back what I just said about free food. Yeah, let's see what Ganyu says.
If it's just a meal, there's no reason for me to decline.
Okay.
It'll be my pleasure, Huixin.
Yay, free food!
Actually, I've already booked Senua Kiosk. I need a moment to prepare everything first. Let's meet there in a while.
Sweet.
All right. We dare not refuse such generosity.
Now, who was the other one who kept on refusing things? Alright, where am I heading? Track that quest. Close, okay. My goodness. Is this going to be like a nice ending, a big meal to eat, and then... Wait, why is this sign going left, right, and straight ahead? What up with directions? Okay, let's just go. In here? I feel like the last time I went into a place and ate, that was with Shang Li himself. That was a long time ago. My goodness, brings back the memories when you when you think about it. But yeah. Oh. I think was this the spot that I ate at? I felt like there was 2 rooms though. It might not actually be the same place. It's... Oh, I talk? Oh, I walk over. Close. Good enough. I sit all across the table from them. Okay. Let those two have a
thank you
chat.
for accepting my invitation. And as for the two of you, your presence is also much appreciated.
I'm just here to bring her back.
Sure. That's so kind of you, Huishin. You went to great lengths to organize this.
Truth be told, apart from thanking you for all the help, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Oh? If there's anything I can help you with, just tell me straight away. No need to hesitate.
Come back and work for us.
No, I don't really need help. Could you just listen for a bit?
With pleasure.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me many stories about you, Miss Ganyu. Even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle and reliable you are. I've only decided to join the Yuhai Pavilion staff because I've always looked up to you.
Wow, that's so nice.
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
That's so nice.
However, in reality, working at the Yuhai Pavilion turned out to be an arduous task. I can't compare myself to such an outstanding secretary like you. I often doubt myself as a result.
I disagree. You're a great secretary in your own right.
Thank you. Over the years, I became a mother, too.
Huh? So Uncle Tian is a grandpa!
Grandpa Tian.
Influenced by my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps and came to be a secretary at the Yuhai Pavilion, too. At first, I was worried about her. It's not an easy job, after all. To tell the truth, I'm still unsure if she's capable enough.
It's one of the three, right?
But after all that happened this time, I've made up my mind to support her choice.
So, what made you change your mind?
The fact that she'll have you, Ms. Ganyu, as her senior colleague.
Yeah, come
You'll
back.
help her, gentle as always, and tell her your mom used to do it like that. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guidance in 20+ years, too.
Huishin, I never thought that I meant so much to you.
Just like when you showed me my father's trick. Having you as their witness makes people feel at ease.
Witness? It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history. All the changes it's gone through, the stories of its people. But I've always regarded it as nothing more than the source of my loneliness.
Change your perspective.
Huishin, you don't know how important those words are to me. You've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Liyue Harbor, apart from my contract with Rex Lapis. They rely on me, accept me, and long for me to bear witness to their stories.
Indeed.
Of course. You're irreplaceable to us.
She's seeing it differently.
That's right. That's why I can't disappoint you.
Hooray! Ganyu's finally cheered up!
Even if I've really been supplanted, I wish to fight for my place.
You haven't been supplanted.
I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Qixing secretary.
You haven't been fired. It's a misunderstanding.
Regardless, I'll go back and see for myself. I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess during my absence.
It has.
No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
Eat first!
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
Oh, and maybe we already ate.
We're leaving already? Paimon's still hungry.
Okay, I guess we already ate, but I just couldn't tell because time moves strangely in video games. Okay, I'm the only one still sitting there when everyone's gone? What a weirdo. Who sits at a table while everyone leaves and you're the guest? Yeah, weird. Anyway, the game couldn't load. Well, the game could have loaded me outside. It could have done that. Then it wouldn't be so awkward. Well, I'm just like, why am I sitting here at a table full of food? All alone. Anyway. That's a long load. Okay, there we go. How far away is this? It's up above, but can I get there normally, naturally? Ooh, this game is loading really, really difficultly. Okay, yeah, we're warping. and flying down to it. It's way easier. I've been not playing Arknights very well while playing games lately. It was Final Fantasy 11 where I was able to just sit down and just play Arknights the whole time while playing Final Fantasy 11 and not paying attention to Final Fantasy 11 at all. All the other games I'm like, oops, Arknights, forgot about you. Good, okay, I just had to teleport, but I found them! For listening in?
Baisha, are you okay? Did you fall asleep standing up?
Falling asleep standing up.
Look who's back!
You even have enough time for leisure?
Yep.
It seems you three are a suitable replacement for me after all.
No.
Not at all. We've been working for too long. If we didn't take a break...
We wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss Ganyu.
Working that hard.
We've missed you.
That's so kind of you all, given we've only met once.
We've been praying day and night for you to return and take over your duties again.
To us, you're like an adeptus coming down to the human world to save all life.
Wow, really?
Forget all our envious complaints from before. Just free us from this strenuous work, please.
All right, I see. Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs, and civil affairs. Mark out the tasks that haven't been started, and those that are in progress. I'll take care of the rest.
Of course. We'll do it right away.
Wow, organization, everybody.
We're saved.
Ad hoc?
Yes.
Did they change their name?
One more thing.
Yeah?
I'd like to earnestly thank you, Traveler. If it weren't for your companionship, I would still be embroiled in my inner conflict right now.
It was a fun adventure for me too. It's good that you pulled yourself together. Yes, they needed you back, and she was in her, yeah, I'm choosing option 2 this time.
To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work. It makes me happier than I could have imagined. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand. What would you say if I accompanied you on one of your trips?
That'd be awesome.
Sure, but are you ever done with work, Ganyu?
Yeah, you're never done.
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, shall we?
She'll never be done. She'll never join my team for free. To be continued? Did I do it? In time? I say in time, but I think like I'm an hour too early. I've done it too fast. We have to slow down. No, it's fine. I actually got lots of things I could still be doing. Don't worry. I actually had a plan in case of things happen. Shogun Iyanal. Shogun, huh? I've dealt with Shoguns in Ghost of Tsushima. You've missed that entire playthrough. Shogun yourself? But welcome. I see you're on Facebook. I can't reply back, but what you type other people can at least see. So welcome. Alright, before I do anything, I'm confirming this, but I've got everything that is story-wise done. Awesome. All that's left now is the world quests. And they're all, yeah, exactly, exciting side quests, which I don't know if they have stories to them or not. I was going to get Festering Fang done, because that was a part of the Mondstadt quest line. And once that's done, it's done. Mondstadt and... Whoa, hold up. I got reputations to unlock. Let's go and pick up my reputations and then see what's up with those. I want them gone, but... Now that I got that done, like, I feel like I'm good now. That was the thing that I wanted to get done before. And it's done, so I'm happy. I gotta remember where I'm running. I think it's this way and then to the left. I never know where I'm going. Okay, this way and then to the left now? Yeah, there you go. I never remember this place.
Has
Hello, what did I unlock? World Explore. Oh, I just got 40% unlocked. Oh, okay. I must have picked up like one treasure chest that I needed. Surprise, surprise. Oh, okay, cool. I was wondering what happened there. Well, that's done. Good, good. I didn't remember doing anything special, so I'm gonna fly over to Mondstadt now. And I did another. Wait, I might have to do this because that'll also unlock Mondstadt. No, 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 no. Change of plans. Change of plans indeed. If I finish this, then the Mondstadt quest would be done too, and whatever else I unlocked before. But yeah, this is gonna be a nice farewell. That was nice. I got to hang out with Zhongli, and then Ganyu, and then yeah, get tidy up that quest that I tried to do before, but I failed because I was too weak. Knowing that it was my artifacts that was too low. I did see what needed to change. But yeah, no, this is nice. This is nice to consider this one done. I'm not gonna miss it maybe as much as some other people here, but like, yeah, like I truly do. Grateful that I'm gonna be able to get some free time back from playing this game daily. And not at all looking forward to coming back to it either. I really don't think it's gonna happen. Do I need to change my team? No. It would be nice to have an ice person right now, because there's one electric dude that's gonna take a while for me to defeat. I thought this was the quest with Zhongli, by the way, at the beginning of the episode. But if I just take out the fire guy first, then it's just the thunder guy left. And then if I take out the ice guy again, then it's just the mages left, and it's no big deal. But
It's time for a flash break. Chill to the bone.
I got hit by that, did I?
Let's end this quickly.
Get out of here!
No problem.
The guy's still attacking. My goodness. But before that would have killed me. You see what I mean? Like that would have killed me before. I instantly would have died. Now I'm fine. Apparently my purple and one orange relic makes me strong enough to handle him.
Let's end this quickly.
Cool. 15 more seconds.
Let's not waste time.
But yeah, this is gonna be the long fight because I can't break his shield. If I had frost, I would be able to take him out. So yeah, this is gonna take a while. Hey, my phone's at 1%, and I just want to say that you had a great time, and you'll be back again some other day. You take care, Yasir, since I know your phone's about to die. Don't forget that you have plugins and chargers to save you from your phones dying. So yeah, this is the tough guy. After I defeat him, it's practically we just gotta watch it for a bunch of Earth type users.
Send this quickly.
And then we're okay. Where's this guy climbing up a mountain?
It's time for a flash free.
Okay.
I must collect myself.
Everybody stand!
No problem.
There we go. That was nice. And this ups my attack if I'm not below 70%. I gotta break the shields now. That was a counterattack, yeah. Okay, and practically almost done at this point.
Finally, some quiet. Let's move. I will end this.
Can't breathe.
Ah, too bad he died. All right, I was going to.
This was well done. But unfortunate fault.
One guy's dead. Oh, I can't do that. All right, I might have to just take him out the long, hard way.
Disappear!
Maybe he was showing up, I just didn't see where. I'm gonna have to take these out the long, hard way soon. Ah, I can't see him.
Ready, steady, go!
Almost got his shield broken. So I lost my razor. This is gonna make it a little bit harder. Great. It's 2 down. Okay, and now like the last tough guy.
Let's not waste time.
And then we should win.
I'll protect us!
Windblade!
Let's end this quickly.
Okay. Bennett, what can you do? Bennett, you can do that?
Let's end this quickly.
Awesome. This guy will die.
This isn't good.
Yay! Yeah, you gotta use ice to break the shield indeed. I do know that, I just don't have one on my team to break the shield. Yeah, I have water, Bennett, water, fire, and lightning, and wind. Investigate something looks a little different. Okay, let's go back to Orban. But before we do, let's revive my razor. Vitalize Dragon Tooth. There you go! So yeah, again, those are a lot of problems that I'm having with this game. No, I'm kidding, I'm still here. I'm surprised that you're still here. You should be charging your phone. And then you can stay here forever! But yeah, glad you're back. But yeah, I already know ice is their weakness. I just don't have ice. Chi-Chi would help out. I could remove one healer too. And I would probably remove Barbara. I mean, she's great with her regen. Just with water. I'm so weak with lightning and ice. The music sounds like I'm solving a puzzle. Cool. I must have said that before, because that sounds like puzzle solving music. I must have made that comment before. I don't think I've been live streaming so long that my brain's forgetting what I've said. But I think it's because I'm playing 2 gacha games and another game that is stumping me from live streaming that I'm not able to remember because I have that going on in my brain. You know what I mean? What world are you in? Earth? Unless you mean something else, Shogun? What do you mean by what world am I in? You mean the server? I'm gonna say North American server if you're talking about this game. But as the title says, this is the final episode for me. I'm done with Genshin after this game. I'm here about the Dragon Tooth again. My goodness, the luster and the texture. The tooth. You actually managed it. You infused the tooth with dragon vitality. And I got the Star Silver to give him as well. The 50 Star Silver. Give. Select. 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 Give. This is what I prepped for the episode before this one. And I couldn't fight those monsters because they leveled up too fast. How much do I owe you? Oh, don't worry about paying for it. Really? I gave them... The materials were really ridiculously hard to get. Yes, you had to fight a boss. Hopefully get the spear drop to happen on a boss. And cool, I get a spear! Isn't that great? I don't have a user that uses spears that I leveled up, I mean. So yeah, spears and books are not really helping me right now. No, a sword? A powerful one? That would have been great. But yeah, Chi-Chi's the most wanted 5-star for you, huh? Chi-Chi is, because Chi-Chi's ice and healing, and she's a very good healer. I need a very good healer. I'm very prone to getting hit while I'm live. When I'm not live and I'm fighting and I'm looking at the screen, I really do well. I don't die. And things get accomplished really quickly. But the moment I play live, go live streaming, and I look at chat while I'm walking and fighting, my skills go down the drain pretty quickly. As it should, because I'm not looking at the screen. Bennett and Jean, huh? Bennett, Fadi, and Jean, also good healers? I want Chi-Chi though, because she's the best healer. And ice. And magic ranged ice. I need somebody to take out the water monster for me. And yeah, Chi-Chi can do that for me, because she could probably freeze them too, I hope. Cool, so equivalent exchange will never get done because it requires me to do a quest. It's not gonna happen, sadly. But oh, I made it here. I got a new thing, Mondstadt's Blessing. And Moon Pie. Cool, and then the last thing is the wings, which, again, those are nice, but to those things. I'm so tired of fighting the monsters that require... Did I even do these this week? I might not even done them. 3 of 3. Yeah, oh no, I did do them this week. Surprise, surprise, I did them on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I don't know what you mean, but yeah, she's ice and she heals. That's the reason why I want her. But yeah, that's live streaming helping me out. That's what I want, and I want D-Luke too. And I also want Venti, I think. Achievements? Cool. Make a weapon from the dragon's remains. Open 160 chests in Dragon Spine, and raise the Frostbearing tree to level 4. Cool. I think that's it? It is. Now go to left. Change my name card. I am Heaven's Army... Oh, cool. It just changes the thing. I don't know. That one has kind of like wings onto it. It's kind of why I like it, I think. But level 7 reputation's more notorious? Cool. Done and done. Yeah, Venti, like, why are they removing characters from a video game? It's like playing a car racing game and they remove 50% of the cars and go, well, yeah, I mean, you had a chance to play as the car, drive the car once, but we just removed them all, so now you can't race anymore. That's dumb and stupid. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I do like Arknights more than this game. At least I can play them. And yeah.
Rebooting.
Error. Rebooting. Yeah, knock it off, lady. Actually, where did I've kind of like went everywhere at this point. Where do I want to send? I know exactly where I want to stop. I'll walk there. I mean, I should continue on though, right? Yeah, should I keep playing? Should I keep playing? Like, I really feel like this was a perfect ending. If I play any more, it's gonna be, whatever. Does the world level unlock any more? Up to world level. Level 45 and 50 levels up the worlds. Okay, then I don't want to, AR40 leveled up the world, though. Didn't AR40 level up the world once more and I made me so weak that I couldn't beat anything, though? Anyway, whatever. I'm not changing any level things. What I can do then, since I'll continue on for at least 4 hours. Somebody wants me to keep playing and I don't know why. What did I write down? I didn't do the Temple of the Lion. At the bottom. What am I talking about? The Temple of Lion at the bottom. Oh, Temple of the Lion at the bottom of the Temple of the Lion is this. I understand what I wrote now. So, again, I've already said it before, so I'm gonna just do them now. If there's more story, do you continue? Please continue. I really don't want to. At all. I would like my free time back. So even if more story comes out, no thank you. I would like to pass on this game now. If more story comes out and it's just way more difficult, no thank you. I don't have a D-Luke or somebody to save me from this game. No more fighting, please. I'm done. I've had my fair share. So yeah, again, you haven't watched the first of this episode, so keep saying you want me to play, but I already said why I'm not playing anymore. But yeah, there you go. Arknights is all caught up. At least Arknights treated me well. Arknights can't go bad because I'm allowed to reroll. And I was able to reroll for an amazing character. It doesn't matter now. It's Silver Ash or Exia would have been perfect. Probably Exia more because I always had weak gunners. And having somebody that strong as a gunner to take out all my aerial things plus normal people? Yeah. Number of frozen enemies cannot exceed.
Out of the way! Why do they never miss?
Why do they never miss? Oh. 2 treasure chests? Cool. And then this one? Well, that was nice. The monsters were level like 30, and I was able to defeat them quickly and easily. So yeah, I got the 10 times summon tickets. Oh, Cashin, right, I meant to mention that. That was in the back of my brain for I'm gonna do that on Arknights. But I never knew those tickets were that good. I saw that you can buy tickets with the yellow golden tickets, but I just thought you could just buy one of them. But if you click into it, you can buy like 1, then 3, then 5, then you can buy the times 10 ticket and then 2 times 10 tickets, and that's really cool. And if you show up for the live stream, then I'll like ask you how much that costs, but right now it's kind of a mute point because I'm playing a different game. But Midsummer Courtyard, Domain of Forsaken Ruins. Okay. Did I zoom in a little bit and then I could go Domain for Forsaken Ruins? I don't know what I wrote down. Oh, maybe I'm just looking for the Midsummer Courtyard. I'll just walk around until I find it. Domain for Forsaken Ruins. Oh, okay, I just gotta find them. So, this one here. Explore Lucky Encounter in the Clouds. I found Domain of Forsaken Ruins. I got them all together. I didn't know they were 2 separate things, but okay. Hidden Palace of Guisang. Formula has 2 dungeons I could do there. Domain of the Wayward Path. Yeah, I'll just do these then. So yeah, Arknights would be... I understand how good that is now, but I don't have all the 6-star characters. But I'm almost starting to think that might be a better way to go. But yeah, I didn't do these dungeons because at the beginning of the game I had no idea what was required. No Geo or Cairo? Hopefully I don't need to beat the dungeon. Because I'm not swapping the Geo. And I don't have really... I have that weak guy that you get for free. Yeah, no thank you. I'm not trying to level him up and bring him along. He's gonna stay where he is. I gotta beat it without any of that stuff. But yeah, like I just didn't know that these dungeons had more in them than what they were. And that's... the dungeons are just not repeatable things. I thought they were all repeatable. What? Great. Where did he go? Did I already defeat him? Yeah, this guy sucks. I'm dodging, but I can't dodge. I love it. Okay, those guys died really, really quickly. Oh, okay. That's what's happening. Barbara, you're still fine. She got hit all those times and she's still fine? Did 4,000. Yeah, they make a lot of noise. Alright, cool. Sweet, what's over here? This is like a really cool, beautiful domain to fight in, but... yeah. I fall off of this? I don't want to fall off, but... can I? This is really pretty and all, but I gotta test the limits of this game. It keeps on going forever and ever. Oh, cool. That's really neat. I like that. Can you do summons? What do you mean by summons? Coffee at this hour of the night, Cashin? Can I, like, go up there? Because that'd be really cool. Anyway, let's get going. Yeah, I think you can just keep walking forever. That's kind of... I like it. I mean, I think. I didn't go that far. I didn't really test it. You need a Kit Kat bar? That's probably what you're saying. I don't know what KT is. Or... Use your... Yes! Oh, I am going to use my Primo Gems at the end of this episode. Please remind me again, because I do want to use up the rest of them and see what I get. But yeah, I do want to do that, so I can continue watching. You don't... Oh yeah? Wait, do you need coffee to watch me? I'm that boring? Or is this game not... or is the game boring? I hope I'm not boring. I hope I'm entertaining enough to keep you entertained. But yeah, okay, done. I need to find Midsummer Courtyard, Hidden Palace of Juizang. Has 2 things, and then Domain the Wayward Path. And then I can retire. Forever. Hidden Palace of the Nope. Way of the Vida. Hidden Palace of Zoo. Pool of the Mountain Cavern. Taishan Met. Am I unable to find the things that I found before? Hidden Palace of Guizang Formula. There you go. There's 2 of them in here that I have not done. Can you send me clues, Heavens? For a game? Sure. Wait, oh, you mean on Arknights? Let me go to my base. What? I like watching your streams. Your voice is good to hear. Oh, thanks. Way to butter me up. Let me see if so what I did with clues on Arknights. If I'm bored, why I even be here? I don't know, some people like to be negative and show up. My party is too low to beat this. Oh, and level 60 is gonna push it too, isn't it? Cool, I don't have to do this then. Yeah, I'll give it a whirl, but this is gonna be tricky. Level 60 is gonna be close. My rest of my party needs to be level 70. I might, maybe. We'll see how the first battle goes. But what I do on Arknights, for those who are there, don't worry. You love me? Well, that's good. I'm glad you love me. Whoever needs, if I have like a 1 and somebody on my friends list needs a 1 to complete their entire set, I send it to them. It doesn't matter whom. But let's see what Kashin needs. Oh, 2 rune guards? I don't want to... Trying to find you, Kashin. Yeah, you're Krish, right? You need a 3, 4, and a 6. And I have a 3, actually. I do. Is that a flyer, too? I want nothing to do with this quest line. I want nothing to do with this quest right now. Did he fly up in the air? No. Okay, I don't want him to ever fly up in the air. Yeah, this is gonna be practically impossible. They have 2 rocket firing people, right? This guy who does his weird lunge attacks like that. No fun. Not even fun at all. Leave domain. Just leave domain. This is no fun. E2 gravel today, right? In-game, yeah, it is Krish. There, I sent you a 3. Though, if you wouldn't have asked for it, I probably would have whoever else on my friends list that needed that 3, who was going to get done, I would have just sent it to them automatically. 1 rune hunter and 2 rune guards, yeah. Just kite one of them far away. Oh, I can just kite them? Oh, well that's interesting. I just don't want to do that. Like, I'm not here to be not having fun. And that fight, to me, is instantly not fun. That fight is just, I have to fight and be serious about it. And I'm barely leveled up enough to beat them, so no thank you. If I got better gear and better stuff, I could come back and fight them on equal footing with a proper strong team. Proper geared team. Forget the strength, just proper geared. And all would have been fine, but no thank you. That's just not fun. Okay, Midsummer Courtyard and Domain of the Wayward Path. Is there more up here that I didn't do? Eagle's Gate, Lion Gate. Temple to Falcon, right. And Wolf. Midsummer Courtyard is here. Did I do Midsummer Court when I was here before? I think so. I think I may have did it. Because why is this on my list? That I do not know. Okay, and Domain of the Wayward Path. My bad for this. I am going to do the ones that I didn't do that are not repeatable. That's where he is. And now we're back to here. So I gotta find one of these. Wayward Path. I felt like I didn't see any of these. The mansion. Okay, at the very, very bottom. There you are. Again, Mohammed, please watch the beginning of the episode. I love how you asked the same question and I kept directing you to the same place. Because yeah, I'm not planning on it now. I do not want to invest any more time in this. Totally done with this style of fighting. I'm done with the grind that I can't really get any stronger. Recommend level 50, no Geo? Should be able to handle level 50 stuff. A level 50 fight with this team should be okay. Level 60, 2 rune guards and a flying thing? Yeah, that's a battle. That's a real battle. And kiting one away does work, I guess. That's cool that you can do that. But kite them too far away, they'll walk back, they'll get full health. And yeah, no thanks. So I'd rather let's just not. If I just can't beat them by standing up and fighting them, then let's just not. I actually need a Geo attack. I can't even beat this without Geo. Okay, you know what? I will give this a shot though. I'll give this a whirl. I'll change my character to Geo. I will. I will give this one an attempt. I don't have my wind, which helps with my fire attack and my wind attack. Kind of like synchro attack, synchro summon in these games. But yeah, and I'll try Earth. Still, that level 60, just fighting one of those level 60 things would also take a while as well. Just one at a time will just take a decent amount of time. I need to go to any big blue glowy thing. Change to there you go. Change to Earth and call it a thing. Then I'll actually summon some of my stuff indeed. Endless Plain of Ash. I hope you get to go there in this game. I do. And survive it. Worship the statue? Offer all of them? Cool, I've never thought to do this ever. I never thought to do this. Yeah, anyway, cool. 8 more stamina. What is the Stone of Remembrance for? Cool, done. Resonate with the Geo indeed. I forgot to drop off all of my Geo things that I picked up. Cool, now I have the power of Earth. So let's go ahead and do that. For the world quest? So if this game would have treated me nicely, I would continually played this game. And I marked I don't know if you've seen all my markings. The ones with the flowers is basically what I'm hinting at. Ew, I got those. Right, but I don't care for this. What I want to do, what I saw in the video, was hit a Versangan Wind thing, and then use my other hand to fire Earth in those cool spikes that he did in that one cutscene. That was a really cool elemental combo thing. Okay? That was really, really cool. But, Constellation level 3. I don't have it? But yeah, like, I think that was just like a special thing that happened only once in the cutscene. But yeah, I marked all the map to get all of the stuff done. I found a whole bunch of waypoints, a whole bunch of key things, and I was planning on playing this game more. Yeah, the membrace. Membraces. Alright, done. If I would have used my other Geo character, she puts up an awesome shield with Geo. You can just cast that thing and run around, but that's fine. I'll just swap to Geo, and I'm gonna try to use my Geo my wind move by accident in a fight. I'm just gonna fire an Earth Rock, and I'm gonna be like, oh no. But it'll be alright. I'm totally a wind user in this game. What's happening? Right, I missed. Is this on a timer or something weird? Like, what's happening? I almost deactivated all of them. What is happening? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here, but this is becoming super fun right now. There, they were all lit up and then now they're not. I keep hitting them. Just spam, it'll eventually work. Okay. Just spam it, it'll eventually work. That's a terrible puzzle. Not gonna lie. It should be a little bit better than this. Am I supposed to be seeing something that's supposed to happen? Oh, these two ran out. Why? I don't know why it's not working sometimes, my earth attack. So that one just deactivates this one. This one's deactivating this one. Okay, there is a pattern to this stupid thing. Okay, cool. This is so fun. That deactivated that one. But if I do this, it activated that one. Great. And what does this one do? Oh, they do something. Okay. But that deactivated that one. So that was incorrect, because this one activates this one and this one. Okay, so there's a way to do this. That one's off. This one's now on. If I activate this one, what does this one do? Because I need to see it now. This needs to be done correctly. Spamming it will not work out for me. Activate it. That one will activate this one and deactivate that one. What does this one do then? Because I turned this one off too. Why do you miss? Oh, that one activated. If that one wouldn't have activated it, there you go, done. I finally saw what I was doing. Okay, so yeah, just spamming it does not work. They actually do something. So good. There was a reason for it, and just had to pay attention. But I was told to spam, and spam was not what I needed to do. Yeah, sir, you set me up for disaster. Have you not heard of my notorious bad luck? It's world renowned. Spamming will never work for me, ever. Speed 15 bonus. I forgot I don't have my move.
Off we go.
Cool. Oh, there's an earth guy here. There you go. This guy here is causing me grief. Hit him with that earth attack or no?
Everybody stand back.
Whoops, I tried to do my earth attack, my wind attack again, and I did an earth attack. Right, I keep forgetting.
Let the show begin.
That's a good combo. Oh, okay, that wasn't too bad. I got kind of beat up a little bit there. Geo powers are not good in this game. I'm gonna be honest, Geo is not really that good. It's pretty sloppy. Couldn't do my awesome fire wind combo maneuver. Joe Mama, Cashin. Since we've already gone through this earlier this episode. How about Joe DiMaggio? Take that. That's in a song. You'll never guess what song he's in. Anyway, nobody gave me things on Arknights as well. I need a number 6, but I'm gonna probably get it with who I sent. Alright, cool. Let's go and heal. It's just a habit of mine to go and heal. Yeah, that doesn't work very well, doesn't it? If it's not Joe Mama, it just doesn't work. Joe Cena? That could probably work. Or, no, I think that's it. I think that's all that's gonna work is Joe Mama. Joe Cena could be a good twist to it, though. Oh, my resin has been maxed out. I was going to fight with a few bosses and stuff, but like I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to. I'm gonna go to where I want to end this lovely game, to where one of my best friends were. They're not there anymore, sitting, and I'll go there. Oh, I should have warped to the other warp. Let's do it anyway. I should have warped to the... I always warp here, always. It's what I always do, even when I'm not live. I warp there, I either A, go check my Mondstadt things to pick up the things on Monday, or run down the stairs to the right and pick up my 4 daily quests, or whatever. But yeah, that's where I always warp. So that's just a habit. But yeah. I guess. Geo only is bad for the main character, but for the rest of the Geo characters, like Zhongli and Albedo, yeah, indeed. What I mean Earth for that, I mean Earth for this character. Wind all the way for this character. Knew the game was going to do that to me. The game has no respect. I just want to walk straight ahead, but the game is like, huh? What do you mean, walk? There we go. Perfect. There you go. And now I could hit this button and that button. So let me go again, because the details are... You see this, right? I played Arknights. When you see a banner and the characters are on the banner, it means that, like... I'm gonna hit the... Like, who there is like, there's a higher chance to get them. It's usually so dismal that you don't get them. The 5 stars are 0.600%. But all of the characters are there to get in this banner. So they're all there. But what makes... I don't know what makes a good banner or a bad banner, because I think all of the characters are there. But I still want Chi-Chi, so I'm gonna keep wishing here. Do I actually have 10 of these? No, I don't. Okay. This is my final 10 wish thing. If it goes orange, that'd be great. Yeah, him. I don't use him. Yeah, I don't use him. He's not who I wanted to use. Cool. I need 16,000. I need another 1,000. Like, it takes a very... For me, it's taking way too long to get Primo Gems. It's taking a very long time to get Primo Gems. It doesn't take me that long to get yellow certificates to buy a 6-star unit in Arknights. I did hear that the drops are way lower than the usual gacha game. And for some reason, a lot of people bought into this game. But yeah, I don't have that luck. So, you know, trying to roll through that low of odds, it literally means what happened to this game. So I guess no thank you to a game like that. Your game, as in like the story, when I can play it, and walking around through this beautiful world, yeah, that was wonderful. That was incredibly nice. But the rest where I do require characters and gear to continue through the game, that's when I didn't have fun. And especially when the world level jumps up. I would have loved to have chosen when the world level goes up. And not lock myself out of the world. Like I did it before at level 20, I think it was, where I locked myself out of the world. And then I got my character strong enough to handle that world. And then the moment I jumped up, I was instantly weak. I had to try to level up people and get the stuff really quickly. And it just, I wasn't enjoying that. It's like Final Fantasy 8, but not done well. Final Fantasy 8, all the monsters level up with you, but as they level up, they unlock their second, third, and fourth item drops and stuff, and it's worked out. So that was really nice with Final Fantasy 8. What's good, Malice? You're here. That's what's good. But yeah, this game just didn't have that. It was super difficult to live stream, sadly. Again, good game, but hard to live stream. So for those who are gonna miss this game, I feel for you, but I'm not gonna miss this game. This is a good final episode. I'm happy with how far I made it through, with the bare minimum time that I had, and my bad lucks. My bad luck was just crazy to this game. Yeah, the end. But I'll pass. Yes, you're on all of that stuff. But yeah, I guess now with this game done and off my list, I hope I can like get back to Rune Factory. Rune Factory needs to get done next. It does. But that also requires me to invest grinding time, and this game did take up a lot of my morning time, and if not in the morning, then a lot of the afternoon. So yeah, I hope I would invest that into one game. Now that I've removed 2 grindy games off my list, I hope to get back to just being able to grind games a little quicker, because Rune Factory's been sitting there a while too. I think you should skip Breath of Fire 3 and do 4. That's a grindy game, no thank you. I do need to find another game for tomorrow. I know I can do Arknights, but I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass until I'm really good, like really good. So yeah, you can do a demo, Strem. Yeah, you want me to play 2 demos? I'm not in the mood for demo games at all. I used to do them before, but it's just like it's like my channel. I show off a really cool demo and nobody shows up and nobody says anything and it doesn't do anything. So I'll just play games, I guess. I'll just focus on one game at a time. As much as I like doing demos and showing off 1 episode games, the rest of the people don't really take strongly to it, so I'll cut that out. If it ever comes back, I'll gladly do demos for people ever again. If people really started enjoying it. Because it was fun to do demos. It's like a 1-hour easy episode. Yeah, I like the demo videos too. But some things are just not as it is. Is this statue a little crooked from... Yeah, the statue is crooked, isn't it? It's not perfectly straight on with the stairs and the building. She's actually aiming just a little offwards. I just realized how crooked this is. Nothing's perfect. Anyway, this has been an interesting journey. I hope, again, I hope I learned my lesson. Never ever do 2 gacha games at the same time ever again. As much as I really want to play this game and it looked like it didn't have that much farming, it did technically for me. You can probably play this game and you can probably breeze through it and not have a single problem. But I had a lot of, just hiccups. I'm gonna call those hiccups. It wasn't really problems. I'll pass again. Yes, I did what I wanted to do. Thanks again. But yeah. So I guess I have no intention of doing this game. I don't know why, but yeah, to each their own, I guess. I'm pretty sure I sold this game quite well. If you saw it, you'd be like, oh wow, I do want to play this. But yeah. As I said, play on PC so you can reroll if you're really unlucky like me. The moment you put on your PS4, you're locked in. No changes can be made. So, yeah. With that being said, I mean, I don't know what game is next. That's crazy. But for those who did, I don't know. For those who watched, I guess, I hope you enjoyed. So much other stuff to play. So yeah, as a streamer, from one streamer to another, this game is really popular now. Now is the time to play it. If you're going to play it 10 years from now, you're just playing a game and you're planning on not getting anybody to watch you. It has been a fun ride. Been bumpy, but it has been fun. This game isn't terrible. Like what other people, they show up to my channel who was there and like, wow, do you dislike Final Fantasy XI? I'm like, no. It was just a really bumpy ride to get through that game. It was really rough. But it doesn't mean it's a bad game, and I dislike it, because I didn't. It was still a good game. Just, you know, it's not perfect. I don't think any game is perfect. Could be better, and it could be worse, is what I said. Could have some improvements, and it could stay as it is. But yeah, I guess people take that as, you don't like games. Apparently. But yeah, no, I'm saying the same thing about this game, like what I said with 11. So yeah, either way, good. I can retire this one. I'm uninstalling this game. I doubt all of you Heavenlies could band together enough to really request me to play this game again. I doubt you can. I'm gonna issue the challenge that you can't. Because if you could, then I will have to play this game again. But I doubt that you will, so nothing to worry about. You got here late, lol. I only got home. I also live streamed early tonight, so I could, best case scenario, get a 4-hour episode in, get some more grinding on Rune Factory tonight, and just delete this game and go. Just take a breather from all this crazy grinding. 2 games that I have to play daily, and Rune Factory that I have to grind on to do another live stream. That's 3 games I literally have to play every day, and that's just too much. I had too much on my plate again, so I forced this one to happen. Who cut the onions? Why are you crying? Again, if you ever get lonely, you can watch all of the episodes over again. There's 18 4-hour episodes. You can just watch them over and over. Actually, some of them might be longer or shorter, but definitely round it to 4 hours each times 18, so yeah, you can watch them. They'll always be there for you to watch on YouTube. Just sitting there pretty. One day to get views and thumbs ups and stuff. You're leaving already? Saying hi and bye. Checked another one off the list. Indeed, I gotta write down my completed games list. I've been sloppy on that since Facebook ruined me and removed that awesome notepad stuff that they had on their site. And no other site has notes. They've thrown me off completely in my game. I had everything all nice and pretty. But yeah, there you go. Take care, Mel. And I guess if I do my outro, I said everything I ever wanted to say throughout the entire game. I have, and I literally said it just beforehand too. So I think we're good. I think we can leave it here on this crooked, angled statue. It's not perfectly straight ahead like it's supposed to. But yeah, no need to cry. I don't think too many people ever cried because I finished a game before, ever. I don't think that ever happened before. But yeah, again, I hope for those who are still playing this game, I hope that the new content serves you well. Yeah, and I hope you have fun with it. I could watch from the sidelines now and then laugh when someone says how hard and grindy it is. Yeah. I can be the viewer for once. But yeah, there you go. I guess we did well. I was going to show you my map and all the things that I had marked because I had a bunch. I was also going around picking up some waypoints. Or viewpoints? I was just picking them up because I'm pretty sure I'm done. It gave me a couple extra levels to get to the AR-40 mark, so I picked some of those up. That was before the AR-40 business. I just started picking things up because I'm like, I marked them and found them for you, ran to the pins, and then I'm like, let's just pick them up. Get the extra experience. But yeah, there you go. You saw everything. Joey? Joey's from Suikoden, by the way. and a cup of joe is what you could have. But yeah, I guess farewell all of you Genshin Impacters. That's what I will now call you all, for those who continue playing. Yeah, you have 18 episodes of what I went through. It's there, immortalized on YouTube, so enjoy. And if you see the dates between them, just know that I played every single day. And even some nights extra. I always used up my resin. I was a good boy until today. But yeah, that was a lot of time and effort in this game. But yeah, it's good. I feel better already. Water? Oh, have a drink. I will have a drink. Holy Dreams, welcome back, by the way, and I will drink my water right now. Thank you. Oh, that's warm. Anyway. Cool water, so warm. And thanks for that. I think you make me drink water because you know it's going to be torturously hot water to be drinking. Anyway, thank you for that. Like I said, if you do things like Twitch things, write it in the chat because it doesn't pop up on my chat. And then when you type something strange like water, I'm going to be like, what? And then I'm like, oh, there's a thingy that's being redeemed. Don't forget to write it in chat because it doesn't show up here. But yeah, there you go, everybody. Enjoy the nice sunshine on a pretty statue while I sit down wherever Venti went. He should be here. We have a good chat with Venti as we scroll the camera away while I'm chatting with Venti. That would be nice. I would like that. But yeah, there you go. Another game done. Yeah, I know you love me. Take care, behave yourself with all your loves and stuff. From one bro to another. Unfortunately, I can't visit your stream often because of the time difference. Indeed, I know. You have no idea how happy and sad I was that a bunch of Russians found me, because I'm like, it's so amazing that all these wonderful people, you were all wonderful, in case of you ever hear this, Russians, all of you who showed up. You were wonderful people, and so nice, and so complimentary. But you're all in like a time zone where it's 2 AM when I start live streaming, and it's just like, oh, I'm not going to be able to see you all the time, ever. Breaks my heart. When you have insomnia, you come to me? Well, that's not good to have insomnia. But yeah, hopefully I'm not here for your insomniac cure. Because, yeah, I'll just be keeping you up longer and you're gonna get even more tired. It's a lose-lose situation. But yeah, there you go. I kinda had fun on this game. I'm gonna say this game is okay. But if you do want to force me to say which game do I like more, I'm gonna pick Arknights over this game for gameplay ability. All the ways through. I'm still playing Arknights. 6 AM? That's really late as well. See, all you rebels are just staying up way too late to watch me. And I have nobody in my time zone to watch me. I think I like the time zone that I was in, I thought was good, but apparently I should be living in Europe. Because then everybody would watch me on time. I would be able to stream at 6 PM their time, and they'd be like, hey, I can watch you now. But yeah, anyway. I guess. But do my outro now. All will be well as the night loads into this game. Sure. Thanks, Heavenlies, for showing up and watching. And seriously, if you like what I'm doing, please hit those buttons. You know what to do by now. And I will see you all in the next episode. Take care.